Guest and Bomb Pop, Mr. Corey Smith. What's going on?
Thanks for having me in.
All right, don't forget, don't be shy, don't talk quiet. And as we're on, I'm going to remind you all, tomorrow starting at 2:30, we have the Deep Stack Tournament. $240 gets you 40,000 chips. As we're shuffling up, getting everybody entered, we will be started in just a few moments.
All right, looks like we're getting underway. First hand. Playing this 1-3. Looks like Sergio opened up the pot to $8. Jeremy's going to call with a suited ace. Dante's in there with Jack 9 of spades. We got some pretty good hands in there. King 10 of clubs going to 3-bet to 16. A min click. Basil's going to get out. And these guys are calling, so looks like we're going to go 3 waves to the flop on the first hand. Looks like Jacob and Jeremy both started with 500. Sergio started with 3. Good flop for Jacob. After 3-betting, he's going to flop top pair, so he's going to continuation bet here. Pretty much a pot size bet. May get through. Sergio may look him up with a gutter ball. He's going to get out of the way. Well, Jeremy's going to peel a card. Maybe he has plans to try to take it away. Jacob's going to bet 55 again. And this might look weak to Jeremy. He may try to put in a raise here since he floated the flop pretty light. If he was just trying to make a move on this pot. I don't know if he was looking to hit an ace or backdoor diamonds or something. Yeah, looks like he put out raising chips. 175 on the first hand, ace high. Why not? So on this game, it's a 100 to 500 buy-in, and then it'll be 70% if the stacks get above 500. You can add on. They also got 2 5 on the button games going today. So plenty of action out if anybody out there is wanting to come play.
What's cracking?
First hand, Jeremy's floated the flop, check raise a turn pretty big.
1-3
Oh,
game.
wow. Jacob's going to let it go.
1-3 game, $395 in the pot on the first flop.
First hand.
It's going to be an action-packed night tonight.
That's a really good play by Jeremy. I mean, he put Jacob in a kind of a weird spot with just a king and a 10 to call the flop and check raise a turn. It looks pretty strong. And even if he finds a call with king 10, you don't usually beat much there.
So we've got pretty much 8 new faces out here. We've seen Dylan out. We've seen Jeremy out. We've seen Dante out. It's been a couple months for him. But we switched up, put a 1-3 game up here, give some different faces a chance, and Mr. Jeremy was the first one to sign up on the list. He said, it's live stream, I'm in Midland, I got to play some poker.
Oh, yeah. He made a good play in the first hand, so.
I have a feeling that with his experience in the 10 on the button PLO games, the 10 on the button round of each games, he's got a little more experience, a little more comfort in betting larger amounts than some of these other guys and gals might have, and he's going to put them to the test on hands that he knows that they're strong but not too strong.
Yeah, that's very true. Also, Dante too ought to be
pretty comfortable
in the game.
Open and raise up. They did the Basil raise Fiddling 3-way action. $49 sitting in the pot. Flop comes out 9, 9, 10. Looks good for Mr. Jacob sitting in seat 1. Doesn't look too bad for Jose either. Oh, now it does. First bet, first to win?
Yeah, most likely here. Jacob may still come along. He has 2 overs and a straight draw. Now he's going to win it.
Yeah, and Jose let out, and just like that, picks up $34 profit on a $74 pot. It's always nice to win with just ace high.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see a lot more tonight than we normally do bet fold, because in the bigger games they like to look people up, keep them honest.
Right. Well, we'll see. I mean, the first hand float the flop with ace high, then barrel. So.
Got a lot of players up in Choctaw. They've got the Big O's this weekend, right?
Yeah, Big O I believe is tomorrow, 580.
Okay.
And then there's a Omaha high-low, 4-card high-low the next day. There's some good tournaments up there this week. Yeah, some real good ones. And then the main events this weekend. So.
Had somebody trying to get a room up there, and the closest room they could find was 60 miles away that was available.
Let me know. I have a room. I'm just not there. It's a non-refundable room, but it's like 10 minutes away. So
Miss Glover was looking for a room up there, the lady that plays up here, and the closest room she could find was 60 miles away.
Wow. It is definitely packed. I booked it a few weeks ago.
So welcome to Kojaks. Everybody calls around on the 3 as they're used to doing in the 5 on the button game, and we've got a raise with blackjack, ace jack with Mr. Thomas. 13's the action now, and if you're calling 3, I mean at Kojaks you're calling 13.
Yeah, for sure.
So 5-way to the flop.
5 ways to the flop.
Woo! Look at those percentages. Nobody's dead yet.
I think Dylan's really got Dylan and Thomas have the best hands.
3 spades, and Thomas has the nutty one in his hand.
I'm actually surprised he didn't lead out there.
He's probably going to punish him on the right here.
Dylan's going to take a stab with the ace-4 of clubs. Basil might pill a card. He has the 10 of spades in the gutter. Probably shouldn't, but...
That's the 3rd nut draw. And you can only imagine what he's saying right now, that poker's so sick, dog.
So sick.
And he couldn't show either person around him his cam
right?
Because they both have cards. Thomas just flats it.
Yeah, he just calls. He's going to let a card come off.
And the person who was in the lead with a pair folded. Uh-oh. Can he pull the trigger here? We've got 128 in the pot. Dylan's floating with just ace high, but it's in second place to ace jack.
So Dylan's going to take another stab at it.
Ooh, king, a 7, they chop it.
That is true. He bets out about a little under half the pot.
238 in the pot now. River card's a queen, so it is actually a chopped pot at this point. If he fires right here, do you think Thomas can call?
I don't think he will. It looks like a king a lot. But if he fires, it looks like a king too. He's just kind of called the flush out there. The Dylan's probably going to find a fold here.
That's 75. That's 100. And that goes into the pot, and Dylan drops his cards on his reader instantly. Oh, that would be a sick call right here if he can make it. 95 is the action.
Yeah, it's just really tough to call. You don't beat anything, really.
You like our new soundboard we have? The ESPN play of the moment right there?
Yeah, I like that.
Thomas pulls in a beautiful $333 pot. And just like that,
These stacks might get deep pretty quick. You know, we've already seen a handful of $300 or $400 pots.
so we have the 70% roll in effect tonight.
Right.
If somebody starts to get a chip stack, they still get the 30% advantage, but every player has the potential to buy up to 70% of the total chips in play. Mindy, I love seeing her at the table.
Oh, I thought Dante was in there. I thought I saw his name up there earlier.
Oh no, he gave the seat up. That's where Thomas came in at.
Okay, gotcha.
His name was up there. They had to change it. He had just won a huge pot on one of the 2-5 on the button tables we have, and he said, "Man, I can't go. I can't take their money."
Right.
Look at this, Ace Jack again.
Ace Jack has been on just about every hand. Somebody has had Ace Jack.
Whew.
Jose's gonna raise it up. Looks like $15.
I think that's going to be the standard opening.
Yeah, and that's probably about right. 4.5, 5x, I guess, right? So in this game, that's probably about right.
Oh, he's big blind. He can't raise.
Uh-oh.
So did he give away some of the strength of his hand?
I would say a little bit, yeah. I mean,
Especially in early
definitely people
position?
know. Some people still may not care, and they may still open anyway.
They may not have caught that.
They might not have, yeah.
Sergio says, "It's not my first time around." So somebody else, Dylan, raised it up to 15. We'll get the cards in just a moment. We're having to go back and adjust the miss blind. It'll fly around real fast now that he got that. Dylan's reaching for chips. And here goes the quick fly around.
Okay, so we got 6, 7 of spades, probably Ace Jack and Queen Jack.
And just like that, it's over.
Let's see. I'm guessing Dylan took it down with the bet there.
What did Dylan
Good
have?
continuation bet. Yeah, he flopped
it flopped
open-ended.
open. Yep.
Yeah.
And Ace Jack was in the lead yet again.
Yet again. Ace Jack is a monster tonight.
Yes, it is. So we had the double board bomb pot tournament today. We had a ton turn out for it, and Mr. Corey Smith right in here won it. Roger Copeland was second.
Yeah, I ran really good when we got heads up.
That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how, and you can ask me this from my experience playing in tournaments. I run super hot until registration closes, then I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it happens. I mean, when the blinds start getting big, I mean, I think I was down to 40,000.
And the blinds were
I
25?
think he had 630. Yeah, and I just happened to run really good in that last 10 hands or so.
Hey, look what Sergio has.
Wow, the Ace Jack again. He's going to open on the button here, looks like.
No, he called.
Oh, he just flagged.
Sneaky. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. In the tournament when Corey had 45,000 chips-ish, he did say this is going to be the greatest comeback ever, and it happened.
It did happen. Sometimes you got to throw those good vibes out there.
Flop comes out, Queen 7-4. Sergio picks up, nothing. Mindy's got a top pair, and he's going to bet 17, and action's on her.
She's going to look him up.
And she does look him up. So that's going to shut him down unless an ace or a jack comes.
Right, yeah.
Jack's that's even a worse card. That gives him all kinds of draws. Mindy's going to be first.
He's probably going to check here. Yeah, to see a free river.
Oh, and Mindy's going to lead out.
She's probably going to bet like $20 here or something.
She bets 15 and he instantly folds. That's the thing about women at the poker table. When they're betting, they've got it.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, and if they're creative enough, they can use that to their advantage.
That's what I tried telling. Jade's really good at using that to her advantage.
Right.
And until the people learn her at the table, she's really good at using that to her advantage.
Yeah.
Mindy finished, I think, 4th in her first tournament ever. She cashed for $400 or $500 last weekend.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Which was at the bomb pot tournament?
Yes.
Oh, really? Wow.
No,
Okay.
the deep stack.
Oh, the deep stack. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she is enjoying it.
Looks like Michael picks up Queen Jack. He's going to open. Looks like 12. We'll wait and see. Yeah, it opens at $12. Jose calls from the button with King 8 suited. So these two are going to go heads up.
No ace jack?
No ace jack this hand. Let's see if Michael's going to continuation bet. He bet $6. And
Michael
Jose's going to
wants.
see a card.
And that's a trouble card because that's going to keep him in it. Gives him that gut shot. And if he happens to hit either two of his cards, he's good. Bet us $17. 22, I can count.
I'd kind of like to see a raise there for Michael, or even just a really big bet there. He's going to check call. He has some good outs there, but didn't get there.
And now it's going to be too late for an open bet. But I just like to see action. I don't care who wins, who loses.
Right. Oh, he's going to lead out for 45.
And he got snapped.
Yeah, Jose sniffed that one out pretty good.
Didn't even give him a chance to flip his cards back.
Yeah.
Bet 45 call, I've got an 8. That's the way that hand went.
Yeah, he really figures he would have bet more on the flop and probably led turn with a 10 there.
And it didn't even smell like a 10 being on the board with the check call.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the only thing that would really make sense you lose to is like ace 5, but it's like off chance that would happen. So
right, ace 5, 5, 6, only two hands there, pocket aces. I mean, but that would have been a raise pre-flop. You didn't see any of that. Poker's all about the story that you tell. And just like that, that's a perfect example of a story that didn't add up. And Jose, he plays a lot of 5 on the button, so he was able to pick that off real quick.
Yep. Yeah, and he's chipping up pretty good.
Yes. Who's up, who's not?
Let's see.
And it'll tell on the far right column.
Yeah, Jose's up about 100. Jeremy's up 150. Thomas is up 130.
Nice.
Pretty much everyone else is either a little bit behind or even.
Ooh, Sergio just folded ace 9 suited?
No, it's off.
Okay.
It's not off, yeah. Bunch of speculative hands.
Oh, they straddled for the 6. Oh,
Jack
Queen
9
10
3.
Queen 10 looks pretty.
Yeah, Queen 10 is looking pretty good.
4 3's in the lead, right?
No, Jack 7. Michael's
Oh,
in the
there's
lead.
okay.
It's a pretty weak Jack. Queen 10. If it gets aggressive enough, you can get him off of it, even if they don't make something. Thomas is going to bet 11 with the Queen 10.
That's more of a find out where I am and who's got something.
Right. Jacob calls from the button with a 3. It's a really good card for Thomas to keep betting.
That's a scare card for the Jack. A $25, $30 bet would be,
Yeah, if he bets
Yeah,
half
really.
pot or more here, he's probably going to take it down.
and that
most of
looks
the
like
time.
what he did. He bet 35.
Yep, 35. It's just tough for Michael to call here.
And he does.
He does call. Oh, the Queen's
Oh,
going to get there.
that's one of the 3 cards he was looking for.
And Thomas is going to put out a small bet.
Just a 60. That was a pretty good bet.
Oh, he did bet. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he let out with 60.
Michael bet 60?
No, Thomas did. He let out.
Okay.
And Thomas is now up. He's over $500. He's got 14% of the chips out in play, which we'll see these start going up in quantities. We've got, I think, 6 other people on the list. So as soon as a seat opens, there will be a seat full. Once again, out at Kojaks, we have 2 5 on the button tables running. We have the 1-3 live stream running. We can run anything that you want to run. We have the dealers to do it. So just head on out to Kojaks Poker Club.
Let's see. Basil's going to limp here with an ace. Oh, and
Oh,
Jacob
man.
picks up kings.
And this is
in
where the limping
cutoff.
stops.
Yeah, that's where the limping stops. Probably going to see pretty good raise here.
So in a 5 on the button game, our staple 5 on the button game, you'd see a raise to probably 50 or 55 right there.
I guess it depends on who it is. A lot of players would. I usually like to still keep it like 4 or 5x just because.
You get more hands in there.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to push out everybody that's going to, it's tough to win a pot if nobody's in there.
Dylan made the call with Queen 3. I'd love to see a check right here. But you can't with the board
Yeah,
with it
yeah, it's
suited
tough.
and straightened.
Especially those mid cards. Like so many people play mid cards of the 10 out there. Like pretty much got to bet kings there.
I like the sizing of the bet, the $20 bet into a pot that was $50.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, you bet half or a third a pot a lot of times. You know, a lot of times people will raise and then bet like 80% of what their pre-flop raise was on the flop to try to. It looks
That's
weak
the
when it's
typical
strong,
C-bet?
or you know, and it kind of balances you too. Because if you miss and you bet, you know, a third of the pot, then, and you know, a lot of times people are going to fold it to you. So you just
You lose all equity in there.
right. They're gonna fold too often, and then when they do call, or sometimes they think you're weak and you're strong, and you can put in a raise.
Play that, Jacob. Oh, he let go of the winner. 5-3s in the muck.
He forgot you were in here, or he would have played the
Mindy,
5-3.
just smooth calling with that ace queen.
Yeah, she comes in for 3. Dylan's gonna pump it up with king 10 of clubs here.
That's
Like
the
his
hard
hand.
thing about her being in the pot is she's newer to the game, and so a lot of players are gonna get trapped if the flop comes out ace, or if it comes ace king jack.
Right.
He's in trouble.
Right.
They're gonna trap themselves.
Because they're gonna expect a raise from ace queen. Yeah, they won't put her on that hand for sure. And Michael's gonna call from the button with 7-5.
$66 in the pot. Speaking of a flop like that,
Wow.
that's gonna get Dylan in trouble because now he's gut shotted to the jack.
Yeah, and he has backdoor
Clubs.
nut flush draw.
Whew.
He's gonna bet 40. It looks like.
Oh, just smooth call it. And if a red card comes off, let him bet it, raise it.
I really like a shove here by her. She probably won't. She's trying to keep him in. Probably thinks he has another ace, but I really like a shove. She has 107 back. So Dylan's gonna have to get really lucky here.
That's 3/4 of her chip, or a quarter of her chips in the pot.
Oh,
Oh,
my
and he just got
goodness.
lucky.
Wow,
Eh.
the little gutter ball.
You think he checks it? And he did
He
check
did
it.
check it.
Oh
Wow.
man.
Yeah, I don't see how she gets away from this hand.
And he bets. Luckily, he bets just 50, because she's probably gonna snap it.
Yeah, I don't see how you can fold ace queen, especially he checked the turn. Like, it's just a bad
And
spot.
she does call it, and he shows these straight, and she says, "Dylan, you just got lucky."
Yeah.
Well, that's what this game's all about. You're playing the percentages. He had a percent chance to win.
Yeah, he did. Well, and he was the aggressor there. I think if she shoves the flop, he really can't even call. You know, like only card you can hit if they have an ace is a jack, and he probably folds.
My, how the game would change if you could see their whole cards. Like if she'd
Right.
have shoved right there and he saw that she had ace queen, there's no chance he calls.
Right. Well, even still, it's tough for him to call too with the ace and the 2 spades because she could have spades and then you're a jack down.
Yeah.
Also-
Now you're drawn to 3 outs.
3 outs, yeah. I would have really liked to see Dylan bet that turn card too. He could have got the full,
He could have got max value.
yeah, max value, even if he just bet small to get her all in on the river.
So we're on hand number 10. That's about a 4-hand drought of not having an ace jack on the board. Welcome back, Mr. Jeremy Clark. Hey, don't have ace jack, we might as well have ace 10, right?
Dylan's gonna do a little min click on the button.
Oh,
Thomas gets jacks.
Basil snaps the min click and oh, he did say raise. Okay, I was like, oh, he just calls. He 3-bets at 28.
Dylan's gonna call here.
I think Basil calls too. Basil's been itching to play.
I think Basil's gonna fold this. If he was suited, I would see him calling.
Oh, I thought that was both hearts. Never mind. Never mind. So we're back to heads up with 2 of the most aggressive people tonight. Jacks versus ace 10. Flop gonna come ace 10 jack. Oh no. What a
Wow,
flop.
pretty good flop for Thomas.
And it's a good looking flop for Dylan.
Well, now Dylan's double gutted.
What about
So he's
Basil
gonna-
if he was in the pot?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Queen 9.
He's sitting there kicking himself right now.
Yes,
he didn't know
he is.
he'd be drawing almost dead.
He's drawn to a 9.
I think Dylan's gonna call here. I mean, we can see their cards, so we know he shouldn't. But he does have a double gutter. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know
Thomas
he's
could
dead.
have almost anything here. especially with him just min raising the button, and it could just look like he was trying to re-steal his min click on the button.
Yeah, because it went raised to 8, raised to 28.
Right. He's gonna call.
Oh, king would be
A
deadly.
king or a 9 is gonna get Dylan in trouble,
Ugh.
or even an ace probably. That might save him. 'Cause Thomas probably gonna bet like 80 to. He probably bet 80 to $100.
He's going to try to get max value, $150 in the pot. And it looks like he's going to bet at least 75. So that looks like $85 and an instant fold. 110.
110. Okay, yeah.
He's had really good sizing thus far, Thomas has.
Yeah, that was a good bet. I mean, if he has an 8 or there's a lot of hands he's still gonna call with.
He's always asked us how come we don't run more 1-3 games. He goes down to the other clubs and he plays 1-3 and he murders them, slaughters them. But 5 on the button is not a 1-3 game. It doesn't play like a 1-3.
Yeah, and even though these stacks are a little deeper, I mean, the 5 on the button gets pretty deep every night.
I
It's
tell
definitely
all of
more
our
like
new
a
members.
5-10, yeah.
Yes, I tell all of our new members it plays like a 1-3 from open till about an hour in the game. Then it changes to like a 1-5, and then it changes to a 2-5 about 11:30, and about 4 o'clock in the morning, right before we close, it changes to a 5-10.
Maybe even bigger than that.
Yes.
And once you get a couple people stuck and there's double, triple straddles and stuff going on, then
Opening raise is all of a sudden $350.
yeah, it gets pretty intense late.
Man,
See,
Thomas
what's-
is raking them up. He started with what, 300?
Yeah, I believe Tom started with 300, so
So
he's
he's
about
almost
doubled his starting stack. And
What is his aggression for? I mean, VPIP.
VPIP, let's see. Thomas is at 42, Jacob's at 55.
Dylan's the aggressor. 66% VPIP.
Yeah, Dylan has been very active, so.
I like that. And you know, as active as he is, he's only down $65.
Right.
Thomas is up 300. So we're doing a quick little, looks like a dealer change. Yes, we are. And here comes the cards. That's Miss Yvonne in the background walking around taking a peek at everybody. Chip count. Jeremy's got 649. He's in the lead. Thomas is not far behind at 594. 495, 464 for Basil, 435 for Dylan. Miss Mindy's down at the bottom, but don't count her out. She's got $57, and just like that, she can have 114.
Yeah, just like the tournament today, just a chip and chair is sometimes all you need.
Got to raise up to $7.
Well,
I think Jeremy bought the blinds, and so they're trying to fix it.
gotcha.
There we go. Now we'll get them all up. And here's where we'll go flying through the animations.
I did see a couple different suited aces there a second ago. Ace-6 of spades, I think. Yeah, Mike has the ace-9 of hearts.
Speed limit's in there. Speed limit plus 11's
Fives
in there.
and 6s.
Oh, and 5s flop the world.
This might be a
4-3
big
doesn't
pot.
look bad.
You got 3-4 of 3-4. Yeah, this might be a
And
good
he's
pot.
very aggressive.
You got a set of 5s. 6s might feel pretty good here.
Sergio, what does Sergio has? He's got a pair of 6s. He leads out with 20 and instantly raises
Jeremy,
raised to 60.
Yeah, Jeremy. I like his raise here.
Do you like Dylan's call?
With the 2 clubs out there, maybe he should have raised, but he's gonna let Jeremy hang himself. Jeremy is aggressive, and Dylan's been kind of aggressive too, so I don't mind a flat. Let a card come off. Because whatever comes. Oh no, it's not 2 clubs. It's a 2 of spades. So yeah, definitely like his flat. I mean, nothing really beats you there.
Right.
So you can kind of just let Jeremy hang himself a little bit, and then put pressure on the turn.
So we're gonna see a lead probably of 100. Pot's at 182.
Looks like he might be reaching for more than that. Jeremy puts out 120.
The only move I see Dylan with right here is a shove.
Yeah, you pretty much have to, yeah.
All in for 368, and Jeremy now realizes that he's drawing to an ace or a 6 only.
He may gamble and put it in there. Dylan's way ahead.
He did say that if he gambles at a table, he said this a few weeks back, he likes to gamble early
Right.
when the stacks aren't too big.
Yeah. Yeah, that can be a good Good strategy. I mean, you don't want to just be gambling once you're,
Look how many outs
really
he
ready
actually
to-
has, though. He's only got 2 outs. We saw the ace of hearts, the ace of spades.
Oh, okay, got
gone.
you. That is true.
He's got 2 outs left in the deck. We should be going live, and welcome out to Kojaks Live. We are live as we speak. That 30-minute delay just kicked in, and as you come in, you can't see this, but we are at the, what is that, the right guard moment of the night, or what did they used to call that?
Oh, yeah. They used to have all different ones.
The
of those.
speed stick sweat moment. I don't remember what it was. We'll make up our own here. It's the Kojaks all-in moment.
Kojak's all-in moment.
We've got our new cameras. We got the text message from Gorilla Gaming just a few days ago that said the felt and the table are on their way. We've got the new cameras already in. We've got the new computer here. We are ready to roll on it.
That new one, we can do a big O.
You can do
right?
anything.
Okay.
You can
nice.
do Badoogie, do 7 triple draw. There's the
Oh,
3. Oh, that's
guess-
not it.
Jeremy called it.
Yeah,
I guess he
Jeremy-
called.
he
He
called.
was hoping to hit a straight. He didn't. So Dylan's gonna win a really nice pot there, $900 pot.
And that's your new chip leader. $918 is your new chip leader.
Also, too, Dylan was being pretty aggressive too, so that always helps. Like, people are gonna just call you somewhat lighter. There might be certain players where Jeremy wouldn't have even called there. Because for all he knows, Dylan could have the same hand.
Yeah.
So
Or you could have ace deuce and 4 or 3 puts Jeremy ahead right there.
yeah,
All
for
kinds
sure.
of possibilities.
A lot of possibilities there. So Dylan's gonna win a really nice pot. Dylan's up 400. Thomas is up 300. And those are our 2 big winners so far tonight.
Jose's up his 88.
We didn't have any.
No, it was going. It is live right now. It just wasn't recording it up. Now we record it because we like to record them and we put them on YouTube for later
Oh,
views.
okay, got you. So it was streaming. It just wasn't being
Yeah, it
recorded.
was streaming. We're good to go. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on Twitch. Check us out, Kojaks Poker Club.
Yeah, got less than a month until the mini series, so that ought to be good. Got some good
Yes,
tournaments
yes,
coming
yes.
up. Was it August 9th, right? To the 14th? or
August
15th?
9th through the 15th. We start
15th.
off on August the 9th with a PLO tournament. Turn into on August the 10th. We have a round of each on August the 11th. We have the high roller. I have the dates wrong, guys, and I'm going to fix those dates for you real quick. I don't want to tell you the wrong ones. So on August the 9th, we start out with a round of each tournament, $360 buy-in. On August the 10th, we have the PLO tournament, $360 buy-in. On August the 11th, I skipped this one. We have the $900 Big O tournament.
That'd be a good one.
And then August the 12th, we have the $1,500 high roller. On the 13th and 14th, we have the main event, $100,000 guaranteed main event. I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it. We have the main event, and then day 2 is on August the 15th, and we also have the bounty tournament on August the 15th for all those who don't make it on.
Yeah, so a good series coming up for sure. Looks like Thomas is going to raise it here with some 7s. He's up to $18, and we're going to get a bunch of callers here.
Welcome into the booth, Mr. Mikey. Look at this. We've got, I think, everybody at the table.
Looks like a family pot. 3, 6, 7, 8. So somebody folded.
So if you're raised into 17 and you're calling $3, you're going to be calling it. All cards are live. You know Tom. Oh, Thomas is the one that raised it up.
Yeah, Thomas raised it. I like Mindy's hand the best though. The Queen 10 of Hearts there. Hers and Thomas.
A lot of playability in those.
This is going to be a fun pot.
$129 in there.
Thomas is drawn to 1-7 though.
Let's see. There's the queen.
Ace,
for
queen,
Mr.
jack. And out of 8 players, there's no ace.
Not
Nobody has
one.
an ace. So
No queen either.
looks like the queen 10.
Oh, no,
is,
there's a queen
Queen
either.
10 is in the lead.
You think all her chips go in the pot? She's only got 39 behind. 164 in the middle.
She could fold with the ace out there.
She might.
She's got a lot of
Um,
action behind her.
It's a pretty interesting lead out by Jose with the jack there. I mean, we know he has second best hand, but
There's a lot of hands that beat him. She might just flat here.
I think she is. I think she just called.
Just a little flow.
10-9 might stay around. Basil might come in with a 10-9 and he's a king or an 8.
Yeah, Basil's in there.
So it looks like we're probably going to go. No. Yeah, we're going to go 3-handed.
Oh,
4-handed.
Sergio's
Sergio came in
there.
with the king 9. He needs a 10 in a bad way.
Bad way.
So Jack 4 is now in the lead, 2 pair.
He's going to lead out for a pretty small bet, $45. I don't see how Mindy folds, and she looks like she's going to call.
Oh, she's thinking about it.
And with the bet being so small into 269, I see Basil calling here too. He's getting over 6-1 or about 6-1 on his money.
Oh, she gonna wait for another day. That's a tough spot.
Yeah, I think she should call. Even if she's behind, I think she's gonna realize like there's just so much money in the pot. She's gonna have to put the $19 in and try to win what she can of it.
Yeah, she's looking for a queen, a 10, or an ace.
A king would give her a chop with Basil.
I don't
Yes.
think Basil calls this, though.
Oh, probably not.
I don't know. There's a lot of money in there. Yeah, I think he's gonna look and just. I think he should. Yeah, Basil is gonna call.
Oh, he sure does. Basil's got a little gamble in him.
Sergio's out, so we're gonna go heads up to the river, 2 pair versus the open ended.
You want anything from Chick-fil-A?
Oh no, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. and
Jackson 4s get the check mark.
Almost the Reuben hand. Jackson 4s. And he bets it like he's got the straight, doesn't he?
And we're gonna get little Hollywood from Basil here. Little tank.
We'll call
full.
that the camera time.
Yeah, some camera time.
If you don't know Basil, he's pretty active on TikTok. You'll have to look him up.
Press.
And Jose pulls in another one to add to his chip stack. So we've got 3 big winners. Dylan's up 400. Thomas is up a little over 300. And now that puts Jose up almost 300. He was up
Yeah.
88 before that hand. He picked up 231, so he's up 300 and some change.
Good.
Yeah, he's up a little over $300. He's playing good. I mean, he bet with the worst hand on the flop, got there and kept betting. So
I got Jeremy some chips.
Alrighty,
He
I'll-
got some.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, chip count right there. Dylan in the lead at 900. Jose in second now, 719. Thomas is at 576. So we have the 70% rule in effect. So Mr. Jeremy can come in for $630
Yeah,
total.
Exactly. Yeah, he can come up to that total.
Oh man, I want to play. Oh, one of these days.
I thought I saw you on the list earlier.
No, it was me on the list, but it wasn't me. Yeah, I couldn't remember a player called up here and they wanted a seat to be held, and I couldn't remember their name, so I just put myself to market. Mr. Lott raising it up with Queen Jack offsuit to $12. Sergio with Jack 10. The Basil comes along, tags along, flop of King of Clubs, 8 of Hearts, 5 of Diamonds. We've got no help to anybody, a backdoor draw, but that's about it for both of them. First to bet is the first to win, and Michael pulls it in. $16 profit on a $53 hand. And just like that, We are around Robin. We are on hand number, I think, 14. Yeah. Yep. Welcome back. Welcome back. Jeremy's going to raise it up, and he is a dangerous player, especially being on the button. He's using position and position alone here. He raises it up to $20, and he's going to pull in pot just as quick as it was done. I would like to see him, Jacob test him.
Yeah, he could have. I'm surprised it didn't come along, but he just figured to find a better spot.
Look at that big old chip stack over there in seat number 9.
Yeah, Jose's building up a pretty good stack there.
Dylan's got 25% of the chips in play. Jose's right behind him at about 20. And that was exactly it. Holy cow. Well, if y'all didn't know it, I'm a mathematical genius.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I know they're missing out on Big and Rich tonight. We don't know where they are. They went MIA. Mr. Carter's out of town. So you're stuck with C. Whittle and C. Smith.
Yeah.
I remember my gym shorts used to say that. That's why I said C. Smith run earlier. One of those old, in junior high, we had to wear our names on our clothes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, I think I like Michael's hand more than Sergio's. I'd rather have Sergio's, but I like Michael's hand. Michael's hand is going to win this one.
I would like to see Michael raise with that, though. You play those cards, if you raise with them and you hit, no one ever sees it coming.
So one of the things I've been kind of playing with the idea of once we get our new table and all of our setup is having our dealers run the rabbit cards across there just for the home viewers to see.
To see what would have came? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool,
Yes.
yeah.
Little at-home rabbit hunting. And Jeremy continues his cut-off pre-flop aggression, if I can talk, with the Kojak. And look at this, Michael tags along, and Michael flops a pair and is way in the lead.
Yeah, he's out front.
He's sitting 3-1 to win this hand, and he checks it. He doesn't know that he's 3-1 at this point with just a pair of sixes.
He's going to need a seatbelt, though. I feel like Jeremy's going to keep barreling at this.
Jeremy is going
That's at a
to...
pretty good-sized bet.
Yes. $75. I would love to see an all-in push right here.
Yeah, really put him to the test, and
Yes.
there's very few hands are going to call you. I mean, if he happened to
He
have-
called.
He called. They both pick up a spade. Jeremy's going to make a good bet here. Looks like
200.
200? Or is it 150? Looks like...
Or 175. 175 would make sense because there's 214 in the pot. 150 would make sense also.
Yeah, and Mike just can't call for most of his stack here. It's a good bet by Jeremy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Really
that's
good
where
bet
the
for Jeremy.
bigger
Yeah.
game action comes into play, because once you put the pressure on them on the flop and you keep the pressure and they make that call, you know they're drawing at something. Even if you would have had aces at that point, if Michael would have had aces at that point, that's still a difficult board to call because with the 3 spades out there, the
Right.
3 straight cards out there, that's a hard spot to be in, and that's straight experience.
Yeah,
He's-
aggression will win a lot of pots.
He's counting up his chips and he's going to be a couple short, but they're up against the rail where you can't see him. You see him?
Oh, yeah.
He's got a green and a
And red,
red.
there,
Yep.
yeah. He'll find them eventually. Or maybe not.
We're
might-
just sitting here waiting
they
for
might
him
just
to find
They
him.
might just be right out of that range and field where they might just sit there for a while.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Hey, where'd
yeah.
those come from? Oh, Dylan under the gun. And something Basil knocked over his chips.
He probably did. Bale's gonna limp with the 10-9.
And that limping's going to be
10-9,
over.
7-8, 9-6. Jacob's gonna pump it up on the button here with ace-10 of hearts. I like this play.
Look at this. All of her chips are going in right here. Oh, no, she reloaded.
She did reload.
Oh, and she raised it. Oh, I love this play.
Right. Yeah, she can get all in here, and I don't see how Jacob folds. I think she has like $100 total. It looks like maybe like 120.
It looks like she added 100 onto
100,
her
yeah.
27 she had, or 17.
Okay, yeah. So she has 125 before she put out the raise. So yeah,
And that looks like at least $51. Oh, I guess she didn't see that her small blind was still out there when she raised it.
right.
And that should get a call.
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, he's calling. So
And that's going to be the end of this hand. She
she
checks it.
checks. Oh,
Is she doing some trapping? Or is she just a little timid right now?
I think she might be just a little timid.
She was burnt pretty hard earlier.
Yeah, a little gun shy.
Check, check. And she's going to flip that over, and Jacob in seat one's going, where'd that come from?
I know, right?
That's a surprising hand.
Well, she wins a nice pot. Get her back in there. We're up to 189 now. Turns out he wasn't going to call anyway. So
No, he wasn't going to call. So she got max value, and she even got to show her kings.
right.
So tomorrow, starting at 2:30, we have a $240 tournament at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. $240 deep stack that gets you 40,000 chips. You have the opportunity for a dealer appreciation for 5,000 more chips. And since it's a point series tournament, the early bird special is in place. So for $260, you can come in with 50,000 chips. We do have a $100 add-on at the close of registration. I think about 4:30. And that will give you 25,000 additional chips. And if I'm going to look back and see what the prize pool was last week, I'm pretty sure the prize pool was 7,000 last week.
A little over 3 to first place, wasn't it?
Yes. Plus the winner of the Sunday tournament gets a free entry into the Summer Mini Series main event.
I have not seen that.
Pocket sevens, 85, king 10, king jack, and the sevens are in the lead.
King Jack of Spades, isn't it?
Yes, the king jack of spades, one spade,
Jose
back
has
door.
one. Yeah.
Backdoor flush, backdoor straight for Jose. He's going to call the 30. Who bet the 30? Sergio with the best hand. Bet $30 goes fold. Now we're heads up. Two players, $128 in the pot. A 6 on the turn.
Yeah, Jose makes us flush. He's going to get the check mark. And this hand's over, probably.
Yep,
Yeah.
bet fold. And just like that, Jose continues to add to his chip stack.
Yeah.
That's he's at $800. What is that? 23% of the chips now. He's getting right up there with Thomas. Oh no,
And
19.
close.
Just kidding. I forgot Mindy added on,
Right.
and so that changed the percentages. I'm pretty good with keeping up with that though. That comes
I don't
from
know how you do that.
that comes from walking around the table counting the black chips out in play constantly.
Okay. Gotcha.
Especially when it gets closer to closing time, we start matching up, making sure everything matches. So we're just instantly counting the chips. Sergio, king 5 of clubs under the gun, and that's going to be a call. I like Jeremy's hand. That's going to be a raise.
Yeah, he's probably going to put in a small raise. $20.
I like
Jose-
Jose's hand. That's going to be a
Jose
call.
Days, he's
I like
gonna come
Jacob's
along.
hand. That's going to be a call.
Jacob's going to come in for 20.
The flat tire is going to let it go.
All right, both blinds fold. Back to Sergio. And he's complete, so go four-handed to the flop.
$84 in the pot. 4-way action. Welcome to Kojak's on a 1-3 table.
886. Jacob's liking his hand right now.
Jose's got to like that.
Jose's got to like this. This flop might get him in a little bit of trouble with Jacob being behind him.
That's crazy how pocket sevens is 43% to win. Ace 6 is 31% to win. But there's still percentages down there for the jack and the king to hit.
Right.
The jack 9 and king. That's why the jack 9's got 12% right now. I need to get us a
surprised Jacob
soundboard in
folded
here.
there. Surprised he folded. I think
So then that's going to... Well, Jeremy's the type of player that will keep him honest.
he may get tricky here.
Oh, I would
No,
like to have
that's-
seen a raise to 150.
Six is going to take it down. I think if Jacob would have thought about that, he might have realize he might have thought that most players don't lead out with the 8 there. They
No.
always just check.
That was probably running through his head because that's the kind of stuff that goes on in the round of each game. Is you guys play like reverse psychology poker, and you know that you're not going to lead out with an 8 right there. But the problem is you guys are leading out with an 8 right there because they know that you know that they know that you think that they think that you know that you might not lead out with an 8 right there.
Yeah, sometimes there's that stuff going on.
Sometimes, all the time. You guys are crazy. And that's what makes that game so much fun.
Jeremy limps with Jack 9 and Jose picks up Jacks.
We see Jacks again,
Yeah, Jacks are in there. Oh, Mindy folded the King Queen.
and all the Jacks are gone.
All the Jacks are gone.
So Jose's drawn to just what he has in his hand.
Sergio and Jeremy come along.
Sergio gets the best drawing flop. Jose's in the lead at almost 4-5 lead.
He's gonna make a pot size bet here, $45. He's probably gonna take it down. And he scoops another one. He's on a roll.
He's got
So-
the slot machine numbers 888. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
And he's got 21%, the same as Dylan, even though their chips aren't the same. $12 isn't going to make a difference.
Is Dylan at the table or is he? Looks like he's away from the table.
Yeah, he's away from the table. He's probably getting him one of those cups of coffee from it's the $9 2-shot cup of coffee, the espresso shots or whatever they are.
From
Starbucks?
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Either that or he's taking a break, celebrating on his
Big
early
win.
chip lead. Yes. If he doesn't hurry to come back, he's going to come back to being in second place. Because I don't think Jose's lost a hand he's been in.
Yeah, Jose's scooped a lot of them.
Let's peek over here and look at Jose. Jose's gone to showdown 11% of the time, but he's won every time that he's been at showdown. That is awesome. So the button's gonna raise it up, or who was that raised it up?
Yeah, looked like Thomas raised it from the button.
Okay.
King 10.
Lots of aces out there. That was a good bet, a good raise, because once you got the $3 in there, you know, mentally that's just a $5 chip. That's just one chip you're throwing in the pot.
Right.
When you're making bets, making raises, do you think of that kind of stuff?
The number of chips?
Yes.
Occasionally. Usually, like you said, reversely. Sometimes you bet just 4 black chips. You're more likely to get a call.
Then when you
sometimes
bet
it
4
looks-
stacks of red.
if you bet 4 stacks of red. Sometimes it looks a little more bluffy.
Yes. So flop comes out 5-5-9, turn card a 6. We've got the King 6
The King
in the
6.
lead.
Versus the Queen 6.
And he bets it. The Ace 8 calls with a 7 draw. The Ace 8 doesn't realize if they hit an Ace or an 8, they're in the lead.
Yeah, I think
8 outs.
Jeremy might even have just been. I mean, he also obviously has some outs to win, but he might be trying to pick this pot up.
I
On the
bet it's
river.
going to go. Oh no, it went check. Okay.
Okay, check. Basil's going to take it down to 6. Nice pot for Basil.
Basil's dressed to impress tonight with a tuxedo on. So as you can see, the chip stacks are starting to grow on the top side, and chip stack has everything in the world. It matters just as much as your cards at a poker table.
Yeah, for sure. Once you build up a stack, you can apply a lot of pressure. That's why a lot of the guys in the 5 on the button are always adding on. I mean, obviously, so you can get max value too, but then, once you're deep enough, you can put a lot of pressure on people. And too, sometimes the more players are, you have more implied odds to call with, some drawing type hands, stuff like that,
Yes.
to try to win the really big pots.
And when we're watching, the 5 on the button game or the round of each game on Hold'em, that's one of your max specialties. Hey, we pick up pocket 10s and Mindy just calls in the +1. But you have such an odd style that it makes it so hard for people to play against you, especially when they make their hand. The way you bet, you still make them think that they're in second place, and that's the reason you get a lot of their money a lot of the times. Like I watched one hand played with you where the flop comes out, what was it, 3, 4, 5, and you had 2, 6 in your hand. Other person's holding pocket 4s, and they had the lock on the hand until you made the bet, and the guy called and said, "Well, I guess I'm in second place."
Right. Yeah, I think definitely you want to be as balanced as you can, you know. So on the river, a lot of times with marginal or strong hands, you kind of want to be polarized a lot of the time and just put people in a spot that they have to make a tough decision.
And that wasn't a tough decision, but that was a very good play with an open-ended straight draw. Nobody
Exactly.
happened to have a hand to play against it, but hey, welcome to hey, come here, Crusher.
I don't have to go deal.
Welcome to the booth. The Crusher is in the booth. She has broken some hearts today, ended some tournaments. She is in it to win it. And a matter of fact, I'm gonna clock her in right now since she needs
No, I
to
already
be.
clocked in.
All right, she is clocked in.
I gotta go deal that table though.
All right. So after you get done dealing that table, hopefully you're on a break and you can come back and tell us right now. So before she goes in, let's just go ahead and put this out there. Dylan is the chip leader, and second place is Jose, and third place is Mr. Bowden
It'll be moved.
and winning. So let's see how much that changes once she gets in there and breaks some dreams and crushes some hearts. See you later. She's not called the Crusher for no reason. She goes in there and she moves them chips around.
Dylan's back.
Hey, welcome back, Dylan. All right. So, starting a new hand. And
We're
once again,
back.
five-way action to the flop. We haven't seen Mindy's cards yet. She's keeping them hidden from us. And there we go. Queen 4 under the gun.
Queen 4 of clubs.
Nope. Offsuit.
Oh, offsuit. Okay.
Yeah, the clubs kind of look like
Yeah.
Full.
It's tough to tell up there.
they look like a big spade where the other spades look like little spades. So I'm trying to see who's in the lead. Ace 9.
Yeah, Michael's in the lead. Thomas is going to bet his jack. Everybody check to him. Michael's going to see a card.
Yeah, he's gonna get a call right here, and then it's gonna go check check. What do you bet?
Yeah, I think Michael might bet here. And depending on how big he bets, Thomas may or may not call.
I don't think
30.
Thomas calls that.
I don't think he's going to call 30.
That's a half bet. A little
He
over.
could, though. There's a lot of stuff that missed. A lot of Broadway draws, clubs missed. And he might be curious that he just checked the flop with an ace there.
Oh,
Made a
it'd
left
be-
pot.
It'd be super sneaky. I always like to root for the underdog here. Does it raise win it? And
He's
that's
gonna
what
look him up.
happens.
Yeah, he's going to look him up. Michael's
I
gonna
thought he
win
was
a good
raising
pot.
it.
He's going to win a $100 pot.
And he's got the chip stack to be able to do that right now.
Right. Keep everybody honest.
And that's I guarantee that's what he was thinking is, did he miss clubs? Did
Miss
he miss
clubs
Broadway?
or miss Broadway. And he probably doesn't check a 6 on the turn.
So we had Mr. Jeremy add on. Jeremy's now got $744 in front of him. The most intimidating looking chip stack though is that stack in number 9. It is massive. Would you rather have a stack that looks like Jeremy's with 744 or looks like Jose's with 800?
I think you know the answer to that.
Oh yeah. Oh, never mind.
I'll take the red chip leader status all day.
Dylan looks like he's been playing a little bit of golf, doesn't he? His right hand, it was the shadow there, but it looked like his right hand was a little lighter than
Been
his
wearing
other
a
hand.
glove.
Yep, looked like that golf glove. So Miss Minnie in the big blind. Looks like Michael's going to straddle it to 6, and Dylan makes the call. The only thing that we don't like about this software is it doesn't have a straddle button.
Right, so
whenever
it looks like a raise to 6.
Yes. So
Yeah.
he's gonna have to, and that's what he's doing right now is going back and changing it to where he can raise it. And it looks like
Gotcha.
it was raised around the corner because Michael just folded. I mean, whoever that was. Oh, it was raised.
Okay, we're gonna catch up here in a second, but it looks like we had a.
Trying to figure out what hand raised it.
Yeah, I saw Dylan put in some red chips.
Yeah, he had 4 of them in there.
Yeah. They're still lagging behind a little bit. Okay, here we go. King, Queen, 10. Basil flops a straight. And it looks like he bet, and Basil raised him.
All right.
Yeah, you definitely got to make any aces pay to see a card here. Okay, Dylan's going to peel a card, I guess. Did Jose call too?
Yeah, Jose called too.
We've
Now
got 3
they're
players to the turn,
now they're both in trouble because they both hit their ace.
and Dylan's going to lead out with an ace, and he's going to be not happy to see Basil's probably going to shove here. Little TV time and an all-in.
What does Basil have
Possibly.
behind? 349?
Yeah, after he calls the 60, he's going to have almost a pot-sized bet left, so no, he's going to flat.
No, he raised
Oh,
it.
he did raise, okay.
160 is the action. Now that says I've got the straight. If you want to catch up, you're going to have to pay 100 more.
I like this raise by Basil. I mean, the shove would suffice too, but
I think they both get the same result.
yeah, they both do. Yeah, Dylan can't call. Dylan was trying to represent the jack that Basil had.
Yes. So Basil pulls
Basil
in
wins in a good pot.
$222.
Yeah, he's
Profit.
quietly chipping up here.
And that's the hard thing about Basil. Basil plays so much poker that he knows some spots that he should do that.
Yeah, he's up $150 on the day right now. So
That hand put him up on the plus side in the green. Some of that water, Mr. Lodstregan,
Yeah.
brought to you by Kojak's Poker Club. Trademark Incorporated. KJP.
yeah, the stacks are very slowly getting deeper.
Yes, they are, and that's the thing that I try to tell a lot of people when they're like 1-3. I'm so used to 5 on the button. Give it an hour. What happens to the 5 on the button game in an hour?
Right.
It's like a 2-5 game, and that's what this will slowly turn into. Is just like a 5 on the button game as we progress through the night. We're sitting right at about 9 o'clock. We've got about 1 hour and 56 minutes left in this. Speaking of, when you do get hungry, did you order or did you already eat?
No, I ate. I went home and cooked real quick.
I went home and ate elk.
I did.
I knew it.
I did. We had some marinating from yesterday, so
I don't think we're going to see very many 8-7s on this flop.
a 6-9 type flop would be interesting.
9-8-7 would be brutal, wouldn't it?
Okay, we got a Queen Jack 3,
Looks good.
2
for
clubs.
Yeah.
So Thomas picks up a flush draw, and Mindy's got a jack. We might not see much action on this flop. I think Thomas may even just take this down.
Because Mindy, I don't think Mindy will keep him honest.
Yeah, she's been playing pretty snug with second pair here.
But we're always a liar.
We are always a liar.
We are
Just
always
like we
a
said,
liar.
she calls.
That's the thing in your guys' games. We're like, oh, it's a definite fold here. Oh, he's all in. Bet a 15, call, ace 10, jack 10, and
Wow.
ace 10 hits the world. Dylan continues his hot streak, and he checks it.
He checks
I love
it.
it. It goes check to give Thomas the opportunity to put some chips into the pot. Looks like he puts about 60 into the pot. By 60, I said 40. You just misunderstood it.
He bets 40. I mean, with Mindy's hand, it's actually not a bad card, but Dylan is probably going to put in a pretty good size raise here.
Especially with the clubs out there. He's got 6 outs. We know that 3 of the clubs are gone in the muck, and it looks like a raise to 150.
100. 100.
I can't wait
I
till we
like-
get our new camera. It looks like Basil's going to move all in with no cards.
I really would like a bigger size from Dylan here. He only made it 60 more.
16 to 220.
Yeah. I would really like. I mean, yeah, he's gonna fold a lot, but you don't want to just let him see a card. He's getting.
6
No.
outs is a lot of outs.
Yeah, he has a lot of outs.
And he doesn't hit it.
Doesn't hit it, and now he has to bet for value. He's probably gonna bet 120 or 140, something like that.
Because he can't check right here because it'll go check, check. And you know that just because Thomas just called behind him without even seeing the cards.
Right, and you get a lot of calls here from a king or a queen or even possibly like a jack might call.
That was like 250 plus.
I think this, yeah. 350. Dylan went for the
He went for the jugular.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That's what I was thinking.
So pulls in a beautiful win, 631
$600
chips, $160. $160 makes you hollis. Dylan continues his run almost at $1,000 now, and as soon as he hits $1,000, any player who wishes to buy up to 700 can. And that's a big difference from the 500 buy-in.
Yeah, it's a big difference. One double up is $400 difference. So
Jose's been pretty quiet. He's down 80 from where he was. He was at 888. He's now at 808. Basil with the K9 calls the $3. Thomas is going to lick his wounds a little bit, get up from that walk around. I love the 5-4 suited, but I like to play the 5-4 suited with a raise.
yeah, I do too. Yeah,
To
those
disguise
type of,
it.
those type of hands, I like to either raise or even be in there against a 3-bet type thing. You know, like you can win a.
Where
win a
you
big
know
pot.
that they've got
But
10s or bigger.
especially if you're very deep. You know, that's the kind of hand you want.
So if you're calling 3, let's see how many of you are calling 15.
I'll bet.
All of them.
Everybody except Jose probably calls this 15. I don't know. It looks
Well,
like
Jose might be priced in by the time it gets to him.
he might be.
Oh, never mind.
Sergio's all in, so that's going to change it.
I like it.
Dylan might actually call here with 3s.
Because he 3-bet it to 45, so that's gonna prevent Jacob from making the call.
I don't know. I think Jacob will call it because it might be close. No, it's 30 more. No, it should be open. Yeah.
Because 3 to 15 was 12, 15 to 45 was way more than 12.
Right.
It was what? Or, yeah, 15 to 45 is 30. 30 to that.
75.
Yep.
So yeah, it is open. I think Jacob's going to call here.
And he does just that. So that's the scary part is because Dylan could just pop all in, right? He's not going to, but
Right.
that would have been a hard move because that would have almost forced Jacob to call at that point. I'm kind of rooting for the 5-4, always rooting for the underdog.
5-4 has a good shot. One of Dylan's 3s is gone.
And
That's a pretty big flop for Jacob.
yes, that's a huge flop for Jacob.
He's all in.
And you see Dylan flex like, dang it. That's a huge flop. He's got clubs and the king.
Yeah,
Whew.
this is best flop he could have asked for, especially with a 3-bet and all in. He's going to be
So
happily
Sergio,
way ahead here.
Sergio needs runners 7-8, 7-3. Oh, there's one of them.
He gets a 7.
Oh.
I thought it was a 3.
And
Jacob wins $200 $280 pot.
he's up to $439 now, and Sergio's getting up. I don't know if he's leaving. He may be going to refill. Look at that VPIP. Jose, he's one of the top chip stacks. He's put his money in there. Dylan's up at the top, almost at 50%. We haven't seen Michael catch a lot of hands yet, but he's willing to play.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He'll put it in there for sure.
I'm gonna step out for 1 second and see
All
if see if Serge is coming back. If not, we're gonna fill up that seat.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to drink?
I'll take the water.
Okay.
I was just gonna get-
All right, Thomas is going to limp in with King Jack. Under the gun, Jeremy gets King 10. He puts in a small raise here. Looks like $13, $18. Jose's in there with a suited ace. Dylan's going to call with Charlie's hand. It's going to make Charlie proud when he comes back in. So looks like we're going to go 4 ways to the flop. $75 pot. Jeremy has the betting lead. Now we got possibly the makings of a big pot here. Thomas flops kings and open-ended, and he's going to lead out. I don't mind this play, lead out, but the big flop for Jeremy as well, especially after raising the under the gun limper. He's going to like his hand a lot here with 2 pair. He raises it to 135. Jose and Dylan are going to get out of the way here probably. And now Thomas kind of has a decision. He probably doesn't want to just call 100 and miss, and then have to fold his hand. And only ace jack or jack 9. You're really worried about. Jeremy could easily have queen jack or jack 10 and be doing this. Then if he has ace king, I mean, you still have some outs. He could have a set here, but we'll see what he does. They're actually both 50-50 to win the hand, so Thomas is just trying to figure out, is Jeremy really strong or is he just continuing his aggressive play? And he is going all in. I like this play. I mean, you get a lot of folds that, maybe shouldn't, but we get a call. Oh, and Thomas gets there on the river with the jack. He has a straight. So just a bad run out for Jeremy. He played the hand well. He just got unlucky there. But nice play by Thomas. Getting in with top pair and a draw, and going to take down an $800 pot. We do have 2 5 on the button table still going, so anybody out there wanting to play, come on out and put your name on the list, and there's going to be some good action tonight, Saturday night. So Thomas is going to move up to the top of the chip count. Dylan and Jose are right up there with him, and Basil has a nice stack, so the game is getting a little deeper. Thomas is our big winner now. He's up over 500. Dylan's up 300. Jose's up 300. We also have a new player coming into the table here. Which looks like Mr. Tim. He's going to come in with 645. Mr. Tim is here.
Delivery.
We got a new player, Tim, at the table.
Oh, Mr. Levy.
Oh, I can't eat this right now. I'm actually doing keto. That's why I've been eating just a lot of steak. And
We'll set it over there for Clyde when he comes back.
Yeah, there you go.
So Mr. Levy has become quite a tournament player here. He loves the tournaments.
Did you miss this last hand?
Yeah, I didn't see anything. What happened?
So Thomas got a full double up through Jeremy.
What?
Jeremy 3-bet pre-flop with King 10 and King 10 Jack. Thomas or King Queen 10 on the flop, and Thomas had King Jack. Got it in and river to 9. So we had a big pot play out while you were gone.
Dang it! That's the way it usually works.
Michael's going to re-raise here with King Queen. He's probably going to get a couple callers. I think Jacob's going to call from the straddle here with the suited ace. Dylan's in there with the good buddy.
And the good buddy's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, he flops a flush draw. Jacob from the straddle's in the lead here with an ace. Mike's going to c-bet.
So Dylan's looking for anything but to pair his 10 right now.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to see a 10. Looks like we'll probably... Oh, Jeremy called as well, so we got a $160 pot. Ace is still out front. Dylan picks up an open-ended here. It looks like they check to him. He's probably going to put out a bet. Looks like he bets $40. And Jeremy's going to call. It's a pretty small bet into the pot, though.
Jacob's
I
way
wouldn't
in the
mind-
lead right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a raise from Jacob here. He's going to get out of the way.
What is lot? Oh, I thought he was stacking up the green chips to push in.
So the queen is in front right now. Oh wow. Okay, so Dylan makes his flush,
I
and
thought
Jeremy
the
makes
9-6.
two pair.
Yes.
This is probably gonna be tough for Jeremy to fold this.
He says all in.
Oh, he is all in, and he's gonna get called by Dylan here for sure. There's very few hands that beat Dylan, so
And he does call.
he does call. Looks like Dylan's gonna win him a nice pot, $500 pot.
Dylan is on fire.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad river card for Jeremy. Rivering two pair there.
So Dylan's now over $1,000. Over.
Right.
He said
1.6.
$1,600.
Yeah, that is right. Yeah.
On a 1-3 game.
Yeah, he's having a good night. Looks like Jeremy's gonna possibly add back on.
Yeah, he's up $1,115. That's a good night on 5 on the button
Yeah,
game.
he's playing good and running good, so good
That's
job, Mr. Dillon.
Great night on
Yeah.
the 1-3 game.
Yeah, 1-3 game. That's pretty good. Pretty good amount to win. What was that? 300 big blinds. Almost 4.
1,200 be 400 big blinds.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jeremy's gonna call. There's definitely no lack of action. But I guess here at Kojak's we expect this type of action every day.
And
It's not
it's
not
crazy.
the type of game that's just raised and a whole bunch of people fold and there's a 3-bet and somebody folds. It's usually multi-way to the flop. Even in the bigger games, it's usually 3 or 4 ways to the flop.
Yes. So I went to Bossier City last January, right before the pandemic hit. And I was playing the 1-3. That's the only game they... Well, I got excited because they had it looked like a $1, $2 Big O table. And I was like, sign me up on that. And they called my name. And I said, all right, give me $1,000. They said, max buy-in's $40. And I said, what? It was a 1-2 limit Big O.
Oh my
And I
god.
was like, no, I don't want to play that. Don't even give me the chips. And so I sat down at a 1-3 table. My style's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, you like to splash around.
I bet you I won 13 hands in a row pre-flop.
Wow.
Raising pre-flop and folding.
Right,
folding,
right.
folding. And
This
then
could be an interesting.
Oh, Lord.
Not trying to cut you off. This could be an interesting pot here. Thomas flops a set, and Michael has open-ended.
and Tim leading out
Tim leads out.
with a less than 1% chance. He's got to go running queens to win.
There's a flush draw out there. Thomas probably gonna
Yeah.
put in a good raise here.
How does Tim win? He's got a less than 1% chance. What's the... Because he can't go running queens. That's a vote for Thomas.
3-4.
Oh, I got
3-4.
you.
He can win with backdoor straight. But I honestly don't see this pot going anywhere else. It's a good raise, good size by Thomas. Make people pay for their draw.
Gets Tim out of the way, who was just kind of in there milking around.
Yeah, and with the diamonds out there, I can't see Mike calling here. And he's going to take it down. Thomas wins another good pot. Anyway, your story, you were saying that the table was just extremely tight there, huh? Just
Then I found out that you could straddle for any amount you wanted to
oh wow.
at the Horseshoe in Bossier City. It doesn't. It was 1-3, and the first time I went to straddle, I put a $6 out there, and they said, "Are you just trying to straddle for 5?" And I said, "Yeah." I didn't understand what they were saying, so they gave me my dollar back. So it was a 1-3 game. I straddled for 5. And then when I said, "Doesn't it have to be at least 6?" And they said, "No, it can be anything you want to." I said, "So I can straddle for $1?" And they said, "No, it has to be over the big blind." So the next hand was goofing off, and I straddled to 20 my next round. Looked down at aces, and I push all in and get a call from Ace King, and the guy cussed me out for the next hour. I was being disrespectful to their game. I said, "You should come down to Midland and play Kojak's."
Yeah, exactly. Well, I had the same experience too in a couple of the Vegas cash games. They're just extremely tight.
It's all grinders.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough to. You don't get action like this. A lot of times if you're betting a flush board with anything less than nut flush, I was finding you were just dead. And that might not be the case at all of them. So anybody out there who plays Vegas a lot, but that was my experience.
Come up and try it, Kojaks, man. There's crazy action here, like this right here. Well, this is you tend to expect that with these two hands.
Yeah, I liked Jeremy's 3-bet there with King Jack. It's not going to work out for him.
He's just running bad right now.
Yeah, he's going to put out a C-bet of 80. We'll see if Jacob just flats or if he might even jam here, just knowing that Jeremy's might call him light. He's just going to call, so we'll see a turn card.
That's a scary turn card for the ace queen.
It is. It's also a scary card for Jeremy to keep continuing because there is a lot of flush
Reverse
draws in
psychology.
there. Yeah.
He knows that Brandon knows that he can't continue without a spade.
He's
Oh.
gonna put 133 and Jacob snap jams here, and Jeremy's not going to be able to call.
There's
He's
no.
just disgusted that he...
Did he just call?
No.
Oh, I thought he threw a chip in the middle of the pot.
No,
he must have
didn't.
made the hand.
Yeah, he
motion.
just made a hand gesture. He's just saying, like, man, I'm running bad right now. It was a good play, Jeremy.
That was a great play. If he doesn't have an
If
ace,
he doesn't have ace-queen here, like, even if he has a lesser ace,
ace
he
10,
might-
ace 8.
yeah, he might even fold.
And that's what he's saying right now. Why do you have to have that?
Right, exactly.
He's
Is
trying to
he?
see if he's priced in.
I mean, yeah, I can't see any scenario that he calls here. I mean, he literally could be dead if he has a flush, and even with an ace, he's dead. So he's gonna find a fold here. He doesn't like it. Yeah, he was trying to talk himself into it. Like, is there enough money in there that I could possibly, call it?
Snake one out?
Yeah,
He wouldn't have liked it because he'd have been a 0% chance.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't mind his play to that point. It just happened to run into a big hand there. Jacob
Hey, I
wins a
didn't know
nice
Mr.
pot.
10 was tatted out. Did you
Yeah.
see that? I didn't
No,
notice
that's
it.
Thomas, I believe.
I thought that was That's Mr. Levy right there.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I didn't know he
I
was.
had no idea
I didn't
either.
know he was.
No.
He usually wears the pose in here,
Right.
coming right from the office when
Yeah,
he works.
exactly.
He must be enjoying his weekend off, coming to crush some dreams.
Yeah, he played with us last night, I believe. So he had a good night then too. So
Mindy's got the 9-8 off suit. Brandon's
she hasn't
stacking.
had many big hands lately.
No, she got those kings and just didn't get paid on them. She got max from what she was gonna get.
Yeah, she did.
Choctaw nuts in the muck. Dylan, run. We're gonna start calling him Run Hot.
We're gonna start calling Dylan Run Hot.
Yeah,
Mr. Run Hot.
Mr. Run Hot looking at a monster. Tens. That King 7's gone before the cards could even read King 7.
Jose's gonna come along with 6-3.
Oh, Jacob's gonna win. Jacob's gonna win.
He has to play this. He is okay.
He missed it the
There was
last time.
somebody else that had 3-5
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah.
All right, so we've got pocket tens, and then we've got the winner 5-3. And then 5-3 is no long. 5-3 is the winner if it bets.
Only if it bets. He is big blind.
Oh,
So.
Basil calls.
Basil's all in.
You see how quick he got his chips? There's one more 5 that's his.
I don't think so.
You don't
That's
think so?
No, I think that's a pot there.
Okay.
Dylan's gonna bet a quarter, and Tim's gonna peel one with queen. He might even be able to take this pot down.
Especially with calling like that. Just a smooth call.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, 5-3 was the winner.
Check, and we'll see. Yeah, it goes check on the river, dude.
And he didn't even. He just mucked his cards. He didn't even have to show them.
Right.
I like those shades. Tim's played one hand. Pre-flop raise, 25%. Basil.
Come on, Basil.
All right, we're going to have to start getting a little aggressive, Basil. Come out and give him the pep talk.
Just close your eyes one time and just pull the trigger. Just if you just raise like a couple hands blind when you first get there, then then you're comfortable, right? Then
I like to raise and let people see my bluffs early for cheap amounts.
yeah.
And then that sticks in their head. He bluffs. He bluffs. Man, never seen anybody pick up their chips so fast as when Basil dropped those in the pot.
I know, right? Let's see. Dylan's 5-4. He says it's worth $3. He's gonna call. Basil's in there with a suited ace. Thomas is gonna raise it up. King, queen of diamonds.
Oh,
and Jeremy
and-
has aces.
Okay, so this is going to play
This
to
is-
his advantage because of how bad he's been running.
It really is, and it looks like a tilty bet, and he only makes it 50. So
He could get 4 bet by Thomas.
Thomas is definitely coming in the pot.
He just makes the call.
Okay, so we got $110 going to the flop. Jeremy's just wow. This is not good for Thomas. I mean, especially
No.
given he probably feels Jeremy's tilting a little bit, and
He could win back what he lost last hand.
he very well could because Thomas has him covered. Thomas leads out for 80. This can be a good play. You can take down a lot of pots. In this instance, where Jeremy actually has a real hand, it's going to put him in a weird position because now he doesn't know, is Jeremy just, trying to push him off of his hand, or is he raising for value? Let's see what he does, though. It's 120 more to go. Jeremy makes it 200. Thomas might just really think Jeremy's full of it and go all in here. I don't know. And I can't blame him if he does because of how active Jeremy has been. If he does continue, I think Jeremy made it small enough pre-flop that it doesn't feel like an absolute monster by making it 50 pre-flop, so it might get Thomas in trouble here.
And that whispering was us getting food from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A dinner's here, and that's exactly how Jeremy's feeling right now. And he lays it down.
Lets it go. Good fold by Thomas. Great fold.
Jeremy looks at him like, dude.
Did you
really?
really fold king queen?
And he shows it. And that's as a player, how does that make you feel when you made that monster lay down and somebody shows you the monster?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have shown that one.
He should have let him think he was
that he's still steaming. Yeah. Wow, really good fold by Thomas there. I mean, obviously, ace queen had him crushed, and that's probably the one thing he was thinking. Like, if he has ace queen, I'm dead to a king. But really good fold. Probably helped him fold too. The fact that he's up.
Yes.
So sometimes when you're up, you don't want to get in those like marginal situations and just, give it back.
I can see it. I see a lot of hands going in the muck that we would have probably played. 5-4. May even play king 5.
Is Jeremy gonna call the straddle? Yeah, there must be a straddle.
Yeah, we allowed
Dylan
just
straddle.
one straddle is what we allowed for this game. We didn't want it to get too out of hand like the 5s.
Right. Okay. And looks like we're gonna go 5 ways to the flop.
How many of those hands should be in there?
Probably none of them.
9-3 is in the lead
9-3's in the lead.
until the turn card comes out.
I feel like the turn's gonna be a jack or something. Nope. Jacob's gonna take a stab with the jack 4. He's probably.
That's his favorite hand.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to know that. A flat tire.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan turns 2 pair here. Jeremy turns a 9 with an ace.
9-3 holds.
9-3 holds, yeah. He's probably going to get called here by Jeremy.
On a $75 pot.
No, he's not. Okay, Jeremy gets out of the way.
9-3 wins a $75 pot. Who says you have to have cards at Kojak's?
But it was suited though.
But it was suited.
But it was suited.
Like it.
Dylan takes down another pot. Jeremy's sick. He's like, I should have doubled up with those aces.
What's more tilting, losing your hand or not getting paid off?
Especially if you're stuck a little bit and you don't get paid off in a spot you should.
Mm-hmm.
Did he ask me next? Do you know who he is? Okay. Okay.
Dylan's our chip leader right now with 1.4K on the table. And Jeremy has little over 800 on the table. Jose and Jacob both got good stacks as well. Basil as well. It's up over 600.
So here we are. What is this, hand number 24?
Let's see.
No, 26. Let's see.
33.
33. We're a little
33.
deeper. And look at this. Run Hot has got pocket 10s again.
Mr. Run Hot himself. He's gonna pop it up $75. All right, we're gonna go 3 ways of the flop.
Run Hot versus Run Cold right now, right? Ugh, hate to say it like that.
I do like Jeremy's hand though.
And that's a trouble flop for 8-9. Check.
Check, check.
Should go again.
If Jeremy checks here,
If Dylan checks, Jeremy's betting.
Dylan's first act, so Dylan's probably gonna lead out. Looks like he leads out for 65.
And he calls.
I like Jeremy's call. I mean, keep him honest.
Check.
Check, and Jeremy was hoping his 8 would hold up, but Dylan's gonna take it down.
And Run Hot pulls in another pot with a second set
Running
of pocket
hot.
10s.
Still running hot.
Mm-hmm. And Dylan's now closing in on 30% of the chips in play. Tim looks confused right now, doesn't he?
He's wanting those aces that Jeremy had.
Yeah, why him? Why him? It's time for Jeremy to pick up a hand right here.
You think he's going to?
I think so. I think he's going to pick up like
He looks
Nines.
determined. He's just going to win this hand.
he's going to play this hand like it's 9s. How about that?
Yeah, he does get a good hand. Queen, Jack of Spades. Gonna raise it up to 30. Little 10x raise. Starting out.
All the aces are gone.
Okay, Michael's on the button with a suited ace.
The 2 aces just got folded right before him.
Yeah, it did. Of course, he doesn't know that. I don't mind his call here. Suited ace on the button. See what happens. Okay. 5, 6, 9.
They both have the same suit. I just realized that.
Yeah, they both have spades.
Oh, that's
yeah.
disgusting.
Could have been a big flop. Check on the flop.
I thought Jeremy was going to fire right there. That would have been a win.
It. Looks like it's going to go check, and ace high is going to take it down.
Yeah, first to bet was going to be the first to win that. Isn't it weird how when we say first to bet's the first to win, your cards don't really play any relevance unless you have monsters.
Unless you both
It's-
have a hand.
Yeah, it's what they don't have is what you're betting on.
Right.
Especially the
or
bigger
what
the limit.
what they do have. You know, figuring out. Sometimes it's just all about figuring out a way to get them to fold, or waiting for the right card
Or to
come
call.
to get them to fold, or to call. Yeah.
I've seen you do that a lot. You have the absolutes, and you know that like I have a strong hand, and you're trying to figure out how much will I call before I fold, and usually you bet the right amount.
Sometimes you've got me a couple times. We've played some big pots for sure. Especially when I first started playing here, we exchanged.
I had to
some
keep
big
you
pots.
honest. I had to keep you honest.
Yeah. Well, I saw your 5-3 in person. I think the first time I played with you, it comes. I have 9-10, and you have 5-3, and it comes 6-7-8. It was one of the first.
Oh yes.
And you just like snap, go all in. I'm just like I call, and
And I was like, wow, I didn't
You're
expect
like-
you to have that.
you're
I
like,
remember
need a
that.
9. And I'm like, do you?
I
I
remember
got a
that.
9-10. You know what? That might not even have been a 5-3. I almost think you had a 5-2 that time.
I had the low side of the straight. You had the high side. I was sitting in like seat 2, seat 3. You were sitting in seat 4, seat 5.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
I was like, you want to run it 7 times? It doesn't matter. Oh, that was the first time I ever played with you.
Okay, we got 2 Jack 10s in there. Straight board is probably gonna be the first to bet. Or this might go check. Yeah, chop it up. Both made $8. So
Come on,
$8.
Mindy. I'm rooting for you.
That would have been bad if the one hand that she makes a straight on, he would have made the same straight.
That would have been the way poker gods rule the table.
Yeah. We got Josh in the box. Looks like Jeremy's putting out a straddle. Ooh. Who's that, Clyde?
Yeah. Man, Michael can drink some water.
You been putting them down or what?
Yeah, he's
Haven't
been
noticed.
throwing them back tonight. We usually say that about people drinking beer. He's keeping it clean, drinking that water.
It's probably usually me.
That's some high quality H2O. What do we got here?
So we got a bunch of limps to Jeremy
Bunch of
straddle.
suited. 10-7 doesn't know how much trouble they're in if spades come.
Exactly. Basil has the ace of spades.
He's got the naked ace. Watch this. Watch the flop come 3 spades, and we're not even close to it.
Oh,
However,
10-7 flops a straight.
yes, but he's running up against the queen jack. 110's gone, right? Just that 110.
I haven't seen another one, so yeah, probably.
Backdoor
Michael's
got
in there.
for Dylan, and the straight draw for Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan's got a gutter, backdoor diamond, so I'm gonna peel one. Yeah, I'm going 3 ways to the turn.
126 in the pot, and that's a good card for Dylan.
It's a good card for Dylan. It's kind of a bad card for Michael because he's probably gonna stay in there. This queen jack.
It potentially gave Dylan 9 more.
Dylan's definitely coming along here, even though it is a pretty big bet for the game. It's only half pot, but
And hell, he's run hot.
and he's running good, so we'll see what he does. He's probably thinking a 10 or a diamond, I win. He
Right.
doesn't know the 10's just going to chop him. Or actually, no, a 10,
10
would
wins.
win. No, yeah, he would win with a 10.
The best card for Dylan at this point would be like a 2 diamonds or a 3 diamonds.
Yeah, because it comes back door.
Mhm.
Tim's still going to lead out with a diamond. A heart would actually be a good card for Dylan to represent.
Yeah.
A lot of good bluff cards here. If the board pairs,
He lets it go.
he's going to let it go.
That's how you stay running hot.
Yeah.
You could have been running hotter, but that's how you stay running hot. See, like right now, if we could just see that rabbit card, we could be like, man,
He would have made it,
Yeah.
Or he would have bricked it, yeah. I'm surprised he folded though, especially he's pretty deep.
Mhm.
Tim has some chips too. He could have won a bigger pot. But he figured it wasn't worth it.
he had his hands up. Like, what?
Everybody's like, you folded that?
The dealer's probably, or not the dealer, Jacob in seat 1's probably like, how do you fold that, man?
Exactly.
Because I think he showed it.
He won't fold it next time now.
No.
Michael's going to raise it up with an A7. Thomas puts in a 3-bet from the button. Can't see his cards yet, but looks like he makes it 67. Let's see. Oh yeah, Thomas picks up kings on the button.
No.
And yeah, Michael's gonna get out of the way, so
And you can tell Thomas is a little more experienced in the 1-3 game version of the game, because like that raise that he just did, $67. How many players around this room would have bet $67? None of them. They would have pulled that chip back and kept it in line with the 5 on the button type game where it's 5, 10, 15, 20.
right.
And you can tell it that 3 bet, the sizing and even the oddness of that one chip, that's still, I mean, that's got the mental aspect to it.
Right. Yeah, it does for sure.
And Jacob looks down at a hand that Corey would be raising 20x with?
20x.
$60?
No, I'm usually a 4x. I usually like to go 4x. Pretty much everything.
Look at this. Chances we see a 6 or a 7 on the flop? Oh my gosh.
Okay, Tim's gonna pump it up to the 8s here. He's gonna get some callers.
Look at that Queen 5 with Jose. His range is pretty wide right now, but
It's-
he's folding if he misses.
Right. Yeah, he's trying to hit a flop.
Mr. Lotta in there with a 72.
This is the Robin hand, right?
Yes.
7-2 suited. Robin has won some big pots on our stream with 7-2.
Yes, especially against the aces of Frankie.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So it could be an action flop. 10-3-5. So,
Sixes looks good, but eights looks much stronger right now.
6s and 8s, and okay, Jose's gonna lead out with a 5 here. So this is the second time we've seen him lead out with middle pair.
Does he get
It's a-
re-raised by
it's
the
a-
eights?
It's a pretty strong play. Dylan's gonna come along with 6s.
Now do the eights re-raise?
No, I don't think there's any value in raising 8s here. There's a flush draw out there. You might just call and thinking these guys are drawing. And if they do have a 10, you could always spike an 8. Oh, Jeremy's going to come along too. Queen Jack.
Two
So we're
overs.
going forward to the turn. $200 pot.
Queen would be brutal for Jeremy.
It's a pretty good card for Dylan. I think Jose's going to slow down here.
Checked all the way. And Jose is the winner.
Oh my goodness, the river's a 5. He checks it too. He's trying to let somebody hang themselves here with the 10. I guess backdoor hearts did get there, but
He slammed it too, didn't he?
wow. Okay, so $200 pot going Jose's way. Makes $150 in the hand.
He's now closing in on $1,000.
In his defense, he bet the flop, and
Mhm.
they just let him get there. Nobody raised him off of it. So river's a 5 and takes down a nice pot. He's scared everybody else. The 6s and 8s, after he leads out, they're probably thinking, well, maybe he did have a 10.
Right.
He just gets there.
Got almost $5,000 on this table. Once again, as we have a pausing moment, don't forget our Deep Stack tournament is tomorrow, 2:30 p.m., 260. Gets you 50,000 chips. Only at Kojak's.
Then there's still the add-on too, right? So
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, add on $100 for 25,000 chips. Make it or break it, baby. Mindy, I like that hand. I thought it was suited. 8-6, I like that hand.
That's 8-6 is secretly like one of my, if not my favorite hand. One of my favorite. It connects really good. And if you completely miss, then you just get rid of it.
That's why
That's
I
my
like 5-3.
that's my 3-5 for you.
That's
yeah.
I
6-8
I like to bomb 5-3 like it's aces on the flop, and if I can stay the aggressor, I like to keep it. But if I miss it, it's so easy to fold.
right.
If the flop comes ace king, I can stab at it. If somebody calls, and I can just check it down, and fold it. He done.
Okay, so Dylan raises with King 6 off here. Jeremy 3-bets to $30 with 9-2 off,
And he's in the lead.
and he flops a 2. He's probably gonna keep betting.
Probably gonna be $100, 85 to 100.
He bets out 55, 2/3 of the pot. Dylan's got to fold.
Jeremy might have come unglued right there if Dylan raised it to 110.
Yeah. Or if he would have, like, just
He slams
called
it. He slams it
Yeah.
down too.
That was a good play. But
He's starting to get a little more comfortable. Things are kind of going his way right now.
Yeah, he's won a few pots in a row now that he's played. So He's chipping back up. Dylan and Jose are big stacks.
All it takes is one hand, and he's right back to even.
Yep. Looks like Dylan's gonna put some chips in the pot and under the gun. He just calls the ace 3 and Basil wakes up with ace queen. Makes it 17. I believe. Yeah, this is probably Basil's first.
Did he just raise pre-flop?
He raised 17. It was probably
That was his first pre-flop raise.
Yeah, of the night. So it should have been sending alarms to everyone.
Yes.
He's gonna check it. He's gonna check it. Let somebody hang themselves.
And Jose says,
Jose's
"I'll
gonna
take
lead
it."
out.
This is where it goes runner, runner, none.
But Dylan, he's thinking, well,
Because of
Basil
Basil's check.
checked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Basil looks like he's putting in a raise to 90. Jose says, I was just kidding.
That should throw off all the red flags. Pre-flop raise, check, raise.
Yeah.
He trapped me.
We'll see what Dylan does. It's kind of one of those spots that just sucks you. You flop an ace, but you just have to let it go.
Did he call? Okay.
No, he folded.
I was like,
yeah,
did he call?
Yeah, he sniffed it out. He's like, this doesn't feel right.
He's like, dog, I got you, dog. Basil's a colorful person. Love to have him at the table. He's one of our biggest supporters out here at Kojak's. Man, can you believe how few days we've had over 100 degree temperature this year?
It is. I know there's a huge heat wave going through the west, and we've just
We've dodged it
it's
all.
like the coolest summer that, at least in the last 8 years that I've lived in Midland, this is the coolest summer we've had.
When you moved here in 13?
Yes.
Okay. So in 2011, we had 0.011 inches of rain in Midland.
Right. Right.
And it was 100 degrees for like 60 straight days. Basil wakes up with the Anna Kournikova, and he raises it. He plays ace king just like ace queen. Actually, he plays ace king less than ace queen.
Yeah. Well, there was a limp last time, so
Okay.
we'll cut him slack on that.
Mr. Chris Gwynn, our IT specialist, the heart and soul behind our live stream, and here to check it out.
Heck yeah.
How's the action look out there tonight?
It's started off a little slow, but it's picked up pretty good.
And there's been some big hands around. Basil's trying to bait the water. And I don't know if he wants this one baited. He didn't get what he wanted right there. Now he's in trouble. He can't bet. Tim's got the spades.
Tim's going to be in a weird spot here because Michael has a better flush draw and
Yes.
a straight draw. And he's probably going to come along hoping for a spade.
I bet he raises. And I lie. So spade draw versus spade draw. And everything Mrs. King High is in the lead.
King High gets a check mark. We'll see how it plays out.
He
And
once again
check,
he mucks
check.
his cards face down. Do you see that?
Right. Well, there's no point in showing your hand if you don't have to.
You don't want to give away that free information. Basil reaches over in front of him, will run hot, and says, "Good hand, Mr. Locked." Dylan's got $1.4 thousand. Two players over 800, one over 700. It's crazy how fast the stacks are starting to grow as we get later in the night. I bet we can get to a couple to 1,500 and 2,000.
I think we'll see a $2,000 stack by the end of the stream for sure.
Especially with this, how aggressive Jeremy and Dylan have been towards each other.
Yeah, Jeremy, Dylan, and Thomas have all been pushing the action pretty good. So.
Hey, I bet you $5.
Well, even Jose too. Jose's been pretty active.
I bet
so.
you $5 Mindy has eights.
$5 Mindy
Yeah.
has eights. How do you know that?
It just sounds like that's a hand that she's going to have this one. We'll let the card reader catch
Okay,
up to
well,
us.
Did I get every other hand?
Huh?
I get every other hand.
You
for
get every
$5?
other hand.
Oh man, I don't want to take your $5. That easy.
All right. Well, I'll let you off the hook for free then.
All right.
We'll just
But
call it
it's- but it's if she has 8s, it's gonna be pretty crazy. $10 hand looks like pre-flop, but can't see the
Yes.
cards yet.
Josh might need some help running that machine out there. Mindy,
It's actually Michael.
Michael might need some help. So just so you know, Mindy has eights.
She does. It popped up and showed it.
Oh,
It's
did it?
just her hand only.
Really?
He's got to catch it up.
Oh, okay, gotcha. She puts out a quarter, huh?
Yep, she raised it. And she folded. No.
No, she just showed. I think everybody else folded. Comes Jack 5. It looked like. And 8s were good.
Yeah, for some reason her hand was the only one that popped up just for a second. And you weren't looking at the screen there.
I wasn't.
I bet you $5 she got 8s. The ways
That would've
poker
been-
players
that would've-
deceive each other.
Yeah, I'm just like, I get every other hand. This sounds too good to be true. How do you know this? I'm looking for it.
I fell for the sports bet at the bar one time. It was yesterday's game.
There you go. There you go.
Everybody has the one fall one time.
My dad always said, never play another man's game.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Wow, that is really good. Hey,
We
Mindy's got 8s again.
We got 8s
Back
again.
to back.
Now
I bet
she
you Mindy
next.
has 8s, $5. I was talking about the last 2 hands.
Dylan's gonna make it 20 with 5s. Try to thin the
I
field
can
a
see
little
King
bit.
7 coming, suited King 4 is coming, Jack 9's going along. Heck, 9-7 money's good.
At this point, whatever you have, you call.
Welcome, Kojaks. Raise it
7 players.
6x and you get 7 players in the pot
7 players in the pot.
with a 6x bet, right?
What is it? We had Jeremy call from $3 to like 75 just a little bit ago.
Yes.
Queen, Jack. So 8s are gonna stay out front.
Jose's
oh,
gonna
no.
lead.
Jackson,
Jose's
Jack
gonna
nine.
leave with Jack
Yeah.
9. Yeah, he does have Jack.
I do like the 10-8 though.
Yeah, the 10-8's in there. It's kind of hard to call on a paired board
Oh,
though.
60, yeah. Because you're calling specifically for the 9. Jose's holding one of them.
Yeah,
And
then
there's
you
another one
know
that's been folded too.
Whoa.
I mean,
you
know
never
what
you
you know
never
yet,
know
but-
what if they have a queen if you're.
But we
you
got
know.
some players here that, hey man, that still leaves 2 in the deck. There's a $200 out there.
That is true.
And with the paired board, you could even be drawing dead.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could easily be drawing dead here. Yeah.
Dylan doesn't even call. 10?
Yeah,
Oh
Jose.
man, good play, Jose. Actually, not good play. He played with best hand, but still,
Good bet, takes it down and
he's
wins a $200 pot.
right up to right under 1,000, 45 less than 1,000. Chip count: Dylan 1.4 thousand, Jose 1,000 minus 45. Thomas is at 851, 760, all the way down to the bottom. Miss Minnie's got 105, looking for a double up. Show these boys how it's done.
Yeah, definitely that last 20 minutes of the stream, everybody goes crazy. Usually trying because they know that it's like the last.
I come out there to tell you guys, hey guys, we got about 2 more hands. And when I'm standing out there, all of a sudden I see, 4 people all in.
Yeah.
And I want to run back here so I can see the hands. And by the time I get back here, y'all are gone off the table. Jeremy, he says call, and so Mr. Tim helps him make the call.
He's gonna actually be happy that he
Yeah.
calls blind.
He might have wanted to raise it.
Yeah, he probably would have raised it here. What was that Ace 8? Jose has Ace 8.
Come on, Michael. Oh, I'm not gonna play that. Dylan's gonna play the 86 suited. Basil throws some chips down with Jack 8. Tim, Queen 9. Thomas 5-6 in trouble with spades.
I don't see a flop. 6-handed. 6 ways.
King 7-3. 2 clubs. No clubs sitting out there. Backdoor nut club for Jose. Trying to figure out 35% Ace 8. Ace 8 is 35% to win.
That means nobody has anything.
Right. Now Jeremy picks up his queen.
Yeah,
And so does Tim.
Tim and Jeremy both hit a queen.
Oof. Jeremy bets. If he doesn't bet too big, he may get a call.
Who's gonna bet? A quarter? 30? Okay.
35.
35.
30. Basil. He scissors him in.
Tim can look him up.
7 outs. 9-7 or 3, and nada. 5-3 is the nuts this hand. It's not played, and so we'll just let the Queen Jack take it home. Oh, would love
He
to
might
see a
get a
raise.
call here.
I would love to see a raise. Could he, if he raised to like 200, could he call?
A raise would probably get through, but there's also not a lot of stuff that makes sense unless he had like some weird king 5 or something weird that got there. Now he's gonna pay him off, and Jeremy wins a pot.
When he made that call, he flipped his cards over instantly, thinking the queen was probably good.
Right.
Tim did?
No, I don't think he did there.
No, he flipped his cards.
Oh, he did flip them
He
over.
threw him out there and flipped his cards over before Jeremy could even touch his cards. Like
Oh, wow.
he thought it was good, and that's
Yeah,
the
I
whole
mean,
run bad while ago image.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Jeremy could have bet there with a lot of different things with 10 jack or
Clubs.
clubs. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff he could be betting there.
And back around. Here comes the straddle. Straddle for 6 out there. Straddle for 6. Action's going to be on Mr. Jacob, sitting in seat number 1.
He's
Oh,
gonna
Mindy.
raise it. Or is that Mindy raising? Yeah, Mindy's raising.
Ooh, Mindy must have a monster. Come on, have aces. Have aces.
Well, did
Jacks.
Jacob call with a 10-7?
Yes. Hey, there's our ace jack back in play. Bad news for Mindy. Oh my gosh, even worse news for Mindy.
Oh, wow.
Tim wakes up
And
with
Thomas.
queens. What does Thomas have?
He has 4s.
Oh,
So it looks like it's going to be 76 to play.
that's a good. I like the 76 number. I bet Mindy folds or shoves. She's got 80 behind.
Jacob gets out of the way.
And that's she's
got
counting up
80
her chips.
behind. She just calls. So this is going to open the door for Michael to come in.
He does, and that's going to
And
almost
also Thomas
force.
is gonna come along because he knows Tim has a little over 300. He has 350. So if he hits a 4, he can win a good pot here.
Man, watch the flop come queen jack 4, and none of that. Diamonds, backdoor diamonds, queen and jack out there.
Yeah, this is just an unfortunate spot for Mindy. She ran into queens with her jacks, and
He bets 200, and that's going to put Mindy all in. I hate to say it, but I always root for the underdog,
yeah,
especially being the only lady at the table.
there is a jack of spades left still. So
We can't say ladies' luck because that's the queens.
right.
So run it twice. That's Miss Lee back there in the background. She is our new massage therapist, and she is pretty ripped. So guys, if you have a complex about a woman being stronger than you, be ready. And
Queens are
Miss
gonna
Mindy
take it
is
down.
going to be KO'd on that hand right there. Super unfortunate. She played her hand however the only way she could. She was just unfortunately downed by 1 on that one.
Yeah, Tim wins him a nice pot. He got a lot of money in there pre-flop too. So
Yeah, he got an extra 140 from Thomas and Michael
right.
on that.
Yep.
So we'll be filling that seat up.
Looks like Thomas is leaving. Yeah, it looks like Thomas is going to leave, so we'll have a second seat open out there.
He says, "I'll take that seat."
Yeah, Tim's noticed Thomas has a pretty good hand, so he's going to slide over and take that slot. We have had a lot more of that on the streams. People either leaving early or, we've had a lot of seats get vacant. Somebody else comes in versus at first when we started the stream, it was the same 9 would pretty much stay
Yeah,
there.
now people are trying. We're starting to get, especially with this, we're starting to get more and more people in there.
And Mr. Jacob's going to slide over to that side of the table. He said, I've seen a lot of good cards going that way.
All right, we got our little audio issue fixed there. We are now back live. Button is now on seat number, what is that, 7? Mr. Jacob. And everybody's about to start showing cards. Had a couple players get up, and just like that, everybody's got cards.
King 6 of clubs. And the 10-5 jumps out to the
Jose
right
says
there.
Yahtzee.
Hold my beer.
Yeah. he says I'm Run Hot Junior. I'm Run Hot Junior. Oh
I
my
am a
gosh.
5.
The needle in the coffin.
I mean, bad for him. Nobody else
Jack.
really has anything.
That would have been terrible for a Jack on the River for Basil.
Yeah, for sure. Jacob's gonna take a stab here with a king high.
I mean, why not? What the heck? Oh no, the hand's not over. If that river is a jack, so you just call from Jose's hand. You try to let him hit, right?
I would have preferred a lead there from him, or he did lead, didn't he?
No,
I can't tell.
Yeah.
It looked like
it was too quick. He says I bet, and everybody said fold before he could even bet.
He didn't even put his chip out yet. Yeah, I like a lead there. 10-10-5. I mean, maybe not on the flop, being second to act, but on the turn for sure. There's so many draws that are out there. You know, make them pay a little bit, build your pot up. Okay, Tim and Jeremy seen the most showdowns.
Jose's seen the most showdowns with wins. I think he's like at 96%.
He's pretty high up there. Yeah.
Every time he goes to showdown,
And
he's got the nuts or the next 2 nuts.
It's usually a good session if you get to showdown and you win 90% of them.
Yes.
Make fun of him later.
All right, dealing with a 40 deuce. Basil's still wearing his tuxedo. Nothing's bothered him. He's up.
Freeze. Time to come on.
Yes. Yes, we got action. Man, I kind of want to go fill that last seat up.
I know. Yeah, it's actually not a bad game. I mean, see, you can come in right now for like 1,100 or so.
Oh, that's
Right.
too rich for my blood.
So this,
That's more along the lines of your game. Look at this: 5 deuce, 5-4, 9-3, and then Jacob's got the real hand, King 10,
well, the 9-3 of clubs did well earlier. We'll see what happens.
and it's ahead right now.
It is ahead, definitely like Jacob's hand here, out of all the other ones. And
Everybody flopped a piece of it.
he's in position, so. Oh wow.
That's incredible. Bet, fold, fold, fold.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. And Dylan's still up top with 1,400. Jeremy's at 13. And Jose's at about 1,000. So the stacks are all pretty deep right now.
Yeah, they're all up.
Pretty
there.
good game. Everybody's pretty much above 200 big blinds, so. Jacob gets the ace jack of hearts, makes it $15. Jeremy calls from the cutoff 7-4 diamonds, and then Michael on the big or small blind here, he picks up pocket kings.
Every time I step up to walk away for just one
So a big
second.
hand happens, yeah.
Yes.
So he makes it 60.
Jacob's gonna call. Jeremy's gonna call.
All right, we're gonna go 3-handed to the flop.
183 in the pot. Oh
Wow.
my gosh, Jacob flops the
This is
world.
a sick
Oh my gosh, set versus flop.
set versus Broadway, and Jacob's just hoping.
The only thing that would have been worse is if it would have all been diamonds.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
We bet 60.
And a call.
Jacob just flats here.
That's going to be a card.
Yeah, that's what. Usually I like a raise there because there's so many hands that Michael's going to continue with. But I guess the pot wasn't going to get much bigger anyway. Jacob was probably just trapping in case Jeremy had like a 10 jack.
Michael's
type
looking
hand.
for the board to pair. But the problem is if Michael checks, Jacob's going to hammer it. If Michael bets, Jacob's going to hammer it.
It was showing his stack was $42. Now it says he's all in for 177.
They must have just had it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So they ran it
Ooh,
twice.
chop, chop.
Oh, and that's what he was looking for.
Chop, chop.
That's where the person who says, okay, I'll run it twice says, man, I wish I wouldn't have run it twice.
Yep, you never can tell.
No, because it could very
You
easily.
said once, right?
Yeah.
We
You said one
once.
time, right?
And Michael's thinking, we definitely said twice. We definitely said twice.
So our new massage therapist, Miss Lee, she's never been around poker before, so she's just learning it. So you're gonna see her. She's gonna be watching the board. She's been asking questions like, "What happens if this happens?" She's been really curious about what's going on in the game. Well, what does that mean? Why are all the chips going over there? And she came in a while ago just to look to see how the live stream looked. She's gonna have a lot of fun in here. She gives heck back to the guys just as quick as they give it to her.
Yeah, that's good. It's always good when people are trying to learn poker that haven't been around it, you know?
Right. She's extremely healthy though. Extremely healthy. Like we can't hit a mark on her because all of her meals are meal prepped. She is in off season right now on her training, and so she's like calorie thumping. I don't know how she was telling us about it a while ago, and I was just thinking, okay, you're way beyond my head.
You're around a bunch of poker players that just sit down and eat junk food all day.
Yes, like me, I just ate 2 Reese's peanut butter cups. So,
Reese's, hot Cheetos, and beer and energy drinks.
Yes,
Maybe 1 water a day.
maybe 1 water a day. Most of the water comes from the beer.
Exactly.
6-way to the flop, $56 in the pot. Flop comes out 7, 2, 3. 7 is in the lead. However, the ace-5 is not looking too bad. Now the ace-5 is not looking too good. Everybody's got just enough to keep them in. Jacob's looking for a 3. Jeremy's looking for a 4. Michael's looking for anything else.
And Jacob calls us with a 3 here. Oh, he gets there in the river too with the queen. And he's going to check and hope somebody takes a stab at it. Oh, it looks like Jeremy's going to take a stab.
Oh, it'd be crazy. Jacob make a raise. Jeremy shove all in.
I don't see how Jacob folds here. It's a weird spot. It's like you make queens and 3s, but
That looks like a club bet, so all you
it
can
looks
do
like a club or a...
is pay him off.
Yeah. All right, he finds a call and wins $300 pot.
Oh, wow, that
Good-
was
good call.
$321. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Yeah, it escalated pretty quick.
Where did that come from? Oh, because Michael made the call too.
Yeah, he made the call.
Okay.
Yeah, he called with a 7. He was right on Jeremy, but I guess you can't really see the queen coming.
No,
And the
no.
7 was in front the whole way. So he just figured Jeremy was stabbing at it, and just Jacob got there on the river. So
If I wouldn't have been sitting here all night watching them, I might have went and jumped in.
since they're not, and you're probably gonna tell me different, but since is it because it's a different game? Are they allowed to tip the $1 chips, or are those
No,
still not in
those
play?
are still winnable
Okay, so
chips.
the blue ones over here by Jose are still tip chips.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, those $1 chips are playable chips, so they cannot take them off the table.
Gotcha.
I know a lot of other card clubs, and actually most of the other card clubs in Texas, have begun allowing them to tip with the chips off the table. However, in talking with our owners, the law states all chips must remain in fair play for all players to win. So that's why we haven't done that. Now, if there's a way around it, then heck, we'll do it tomorrow. But until they tell us that that's the okay, then we just
Right.
can't do it.
Yeah, no, I just wondered because I didn't notice a lot of blue ones. I noticed a lot of little white ones out there. I didn't know if they could tip those.
Most of
too.
them have them on the tables.
Yeah, I know some of them have them behind them.
That's a good card for nobody. 3s are in the lead.
3s are still way out front. It's pretty crazy to see a 2-3 be 65% on the turn.
Especially when you have a
King,
4,
king,
king, and a
4.
king, and a king.
Yeah.
And he bets it like it's the monster. And he calls. With what?
Does he call 20 or is he?
It says
still,
call 20.
Maybe he had evil plans to take this one away. And Jacob's going to bet again here. I almost would have liked to check to let Michael bet a worse hand, a missed draw of some sort. But he leads out. We'll see what Michael does. And he called the turn. I doubt he was just trying to hit a 9 or a 10.
Right?
He does
His
raise.
evil plans. He
Yeah,
said his evil
it
plans.
It felt kind of fishy, right? Because
Yes.
like he's not gonna just be in there with the board paired. And this is a tough spot. I mean, pretty much everything gets there. Straight gets there. Flush gets there.
I'm going to go adjust that camera over here.
Okay. So we'll see what Jacob does if he can sniff it out. No, lets it go. And Michael with a great play there picks up $220 pot. It might have played out different if Jacob had checked. The sizing might have been smaller. He might have found a call, but it might have just been like a defensive bet too, to not get blown off of it by something crazy. But he still ends up finding a fold. So, and chip stacks are still relatively the same for the most part. Jeremy's in the big blind here. Really like that play on the last one. That was a pretty creative play. See, Jeremy's going to pump it up from the big blind to $31. Michael's going to call. And Tim and Jacob both call. So, you got a $130 pot, 4 people going to the flop. 10, 7, 6.
I think I got that camera adjusted on the other side to be perfect for us now.
So Jeremy raised big from the big blind here. Flops a pair. Nobody else really has anything. Jacob has a
9-5.
gutter. Yeah, he has a gutter ball.
Yeah, that covers a little more of them.
Yeah.
He's going to win it.
We'll see. I mean, Jacob could get
Jacob
creative here.
does have a little.
He has a little gamble in him.
Yeah.
He'll gamble.
I'd like to see a gamble with a raise right here. Check raise,
It could be.
because that's a scary thing to happen when you get.
Also,
check
don't
raised.
mind calling and planning to bluff future streets there, because how often do they flop a 10? But yeah, good play by
I can tell you this:
Jeremy.
72% of the time, your opponent misses the flop.
Right.
That's a scary statistic.
And you know, 10, 7, 6 as being the caller versus a raiser, it hits your range a lot better there. So sometimes even if you have like nothing there, like with what Jacob has, you can just call and then see the next card. And if they check the turn, then you know that that's the case. So then you can fire the river, whether you miss, and then sometimes you still get there. You know, sometimes you get there and you get paid off. Folds to the button. Tim gets king, queen of diamonds. Jacob folds. Jeremy's gonna
I like Jack 8 suited.
jack 8 of clubs. He's definitely coming.
Oh, I even like 7-5 though to the big hands like that.
Yeah, 7-5. I mean, he's probably gonna defend his.
So if
his
the
big
players
blind.
could see the whole cards right now, would those 3 players still have called?
I think so for sure.
And I always like to think of the game: play your cards face up and see who has the bigger cojones to bet. You know that?
Yeah.
And this is just enough to get Tim out of there. but
Jose's
it's
probably gonna lead here. He's led every time with second pair.
He's led every time, yeah.
He leads again here.
He's
with
never
second
flopped
pair.
top pair. He's always
That's
flopping
true.
second pair and getting there on the river.
That's true. So he still has some outs against Jeremy's hand. Jeremy probably can't raise. He's probably just gonna call and see a card. He's out of position.
Do you think Jeremy's paid attention to him showing? Because he's gone to showdown.
He
So
has
he's had
gone
to
to
show.
showdown, but I don't know. I think it's a lot easier to see that from in here than
Right.
than out there.
ace and a heart on the turn make it a complicated call from here on out for both of them.
Yeah, it's a tough card for Jose to keep betting.
Jose says 50.
Oh, he does bet 50. I mean, I guess if you're gonna lead out there, you might as well.
And he shows
keep
the
betting.
jack. He shows the jack when he mucks it. Look at Jose.
No, it
He
doesn't
says,
show.
I got away with it.
Yeah, apparently that's the play. Flop second pair and lead out.
Man, he's killing it when he's doing it. Dylan, 1.4 thousand. Jose, 1,000. Jeremy, just under 900. Jacob right behind him, 870. Basil, 703 with those chips on lockdown.
I'm surprised we got 2 open seats over there still. I thought
Right.
those would have filled up. Then again, it could be that nobody wants to lead the 5 on the button game.
Yeah,
Even-
so the 5 on the button games, we've got 2 of them going. They're super deep right now. Table 3's got, I think, 6 players on it, but they've all got chips like this in front of them. I just walked by and saw it. I know why they didn't leave it. Oh,
but
there's a
the
lot of
players
action.
that are here, I mean, we got some action on the stream, so
Because these are normal 5 on the button players sitting at this table. They're usually sitting at the 5 on the button table
right.
almost twice a week guaranteed.
And this might actually turn into a 5 on the button once the stream is over.
Yes.
If I had to guess.
Well, I think we have 3 and 2 open seats. So we have 5 open seats.
Okay.
So this very well could flip to just to a 5.
They might just all move to the other game. Well, we got some good hands out there. King 9 of diamonds, Ace 8 of hearts,
Jack 6.
the Reuben hand, Jacks and 6s.
You know, I would say being a 1-3, we've seen some looser calls, but these are the type of calls you see on 5 on the button all the time.
It is, yeah. It's definitely playing out very similar to it.
Especially now that the stacks are all creeping up on 1,000, because it's all in the 5 on the button range right now.
Right.
That dollar chip throws a lot of stuff off. Even like right there, Dylan bet 16,
Right, it does.
and I think a $16 bet is a lot different dynamic than a $15 bet.
It
Because
really
that
is.
fourth chip.
That fourth chip, yeah, it's definitely a mind thing.
Oh, here comes.
Somebody who's coming in.
Oh, it's a mystery.
Okay. Ace 8 of hearts versus Ace 10.
Jose's gonna take a little break. 10 outs. Dylan's got 10 outs. That's a lot of outs.
It's a lot of outs.
And
I think the King 9 of diamonds was in there.
whiff. Yep, the King 9 was Jeremy. No, not Jeremy. Jacob.
Jacob, yeah.
Ace high. Ace 10 high. Let me rephrase
Ace
that.
10 high is going to take it down. We'll find out who our mystery player is here in a
Click that little
second.
button. It should be on there already.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Probably putting it in.
It almost looks like Matt, doesn't it?
I thought it was Matt, but
No, it's
I
not.
doubt it.
Colby. It is Colby. He was sitting over on one of them 5 on the button tables. It was pretty deep. So you can tell he came just from the 5 on the button table because he's got no
white
dollars.
chips. Yeah, no dollar chips. So looks like he's buying in for maybe 800, 700 or 800 there. He's giving an account right now. Is it Colby or Kobe? Kobe.
Colby.
Okay, Colby. Okay, they have it in as Kobe.
Okay, it may be Kobe.
Maybe it is Kobe. It looks like it came in for a little over $800. So, yeah, the game's getting deeper. First hand, he makes it 35. He definitely just came from the
Yes.
5 on the button, right?
Oh, they
Oh, he's
just
got
told
ace
him-
queen.
Oh, yeah, and he raised it with a legitimate hand. He's the only one. Although I like
Yeah,
the
this might
5-4.
this might get folded all the way around.
Dylan makes the call with 5-4.
Oh, he
I
does,
like the
okay.
5-4. Jeremy's gonna call with Queen 3.
No,
already,
he's not.
Yeah, he's already got him in his
No,
hand.
he's not.
As soon
Okay,
as he
he
put him
comes
there,
in.
he picked him up.
He's not wanting to see a queen, even though he thinks it might. He might
He's
be
saying,
able
"Welcome to our table."
He's like, really? Your first hand? You have a hand?
Queen 6-3 would be terrible.
Queen 6-3.
Open-ended for Dylan, 2 pair for Jeremy, and top kicker for Kobe. It is Kobe, not Colby.
Kobe, yeah. So he's gonna bet 75 and probably take this down pretty quick. Yep. Nice hand. First hand there, Mr. Kobe.
This is what Jeremy was waiting on. Because Kobe's style is a little more aggressive like
Right.
that. Michael's just been
So he comes in
carded.
and says, "Easy game."
Yeah,
Raise
easy-
it up,
easy game.
See bet, take it down.
I'll see you guys later. I'm going back to the
Yep,
5 on the
I'm
button.
going over here. Take my little $75 and actually made a little bit more than that because all the limpers.
Yeah. Miss Lee does cupping. The like Michael Phelps had done. Remember those circles you saw on his shoulders? She does that too. She's licensed in that also.
Never heard of that.
It's they cause those marks. The big circles across the shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really good for muscle rejuvenation.
I had never seen that before,
It's a-
honestly,
it's a-
until you mentioned it.
It's like a little teacup, and they put it on there, and they hook a suction device up to it, and they suck your skin up into it, and it hickeys your skin. Now, I mean, that's the best way to describe it.
Huh.
Ooh, I like the 8-7. However, there's not very many 7s left in the deck. Are we 5-way action with $141 in the pot?
That's what it looks like.
3, 4, 5.
Ace deuce gets there.
And we've
And
got a lot of
Jeremy, you know, this is not a bad flop for his hand to keep betting with.
Tim and
Yeah.
Jose are both looking for a 6. However, they're not looking for it when they realize that he's got the 8 with
Right.
it.
Well, and Michael too just flops a wheel, so he's just hoping everybody puts money in the pot.
And this is going to get Michael's remaining $258 in there.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't go all in here. Looks like
He says, "Yeah, I am
he's
all in."
in. So
1-7 gone. Jeremy with a 7-8. I see Jeremy making the call. Just knowing how he likes to gamble.
He may gamble here, but it's a pretty tough call. I mean, if you don't hit a 6, you're like always dead. He could be up against a set.
Yep.
Okay, well, it says he folds. Oh no.
He calls.
Well, he does call. And Jose hasn't mucked his hand yet.
Oh no, he's counting out chips. Look at this.
So we've already got 700 in the middle right now.
Could that be making this decision? 183 to win 908,
Well-
920.
Well, 7.
Yeah, 732. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's
Good
enough
fold,
to
good
call.
fold.
Yeah, it's not. He just doesn't have enough of a hand.
he's saying, "Do you want to run it twice?" Oh, he's only got 3 outs left. Look at Miss
Somebody-
Lee checking. She's curious. She's looking. Oh, I forget. Monica's left-handed. You see the deck in her hand when she was
Oh,
pulling
yeah.
in that side chips. I was like, "What is the deck doing on that side of the table?"
Really good spot for Michael. I mean,
Jack on the turn, and oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh
Wow.
my gosh!
And Jeremy almost ducked his head down there. He's
Oh.
like, "Wow, sorry, dude."
Oh, that's so nasty.
And he's like, "What do you want me to do? There's so much money in the pot already."
Yeah.
Wow.
So now Jeremy's up over 1,000.
That's just
How close to even does that put him now? We've got 2 players with 1,300 in their stacks.
Okay.
He is 800 down, and he could get it back in the next 20 minutes, being at $1,300.
He really could.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, what a card. Bad card for Michael. That was a pretty good spot. He's supposed to double up there every time.
What is that? 80, 84,
I don't
84
know.
times out of 100, he's gonna.
It's probably more than that. Yeah, that was a pretty sick hand. Let's just put random.
So before the turn and river come, there's 26 cards left in a 9-handed game. They're 7-handed, so that puts 30 cards left, and he's got 3 6s out of that. Run those calculations for us.
He's Oh, I put this in wrong. I put in. Let me see.
Suited.
No, I put in the wrong. This one. Okay. So yeah, 78-20. I guess they're probably factoring in backdoor diamonds and stuff too. But
Put another player in there with a 3. One of the 6 is gone. Because remember, 1-6 was gone. Put a player in there with like 6 ace.
oh, this is a good idea here. I'm trying to figure this out.
So we've got Queen 4 versus Ace 6 versus 5 Deuce. Flop comes out Queen Deuce 3. Turn card comes an 8 of spades. Dylan versus Jose. $39 in the pot. It goes check bet 15. Dylan makes a call. River comes a 10 of hearts. That's going to give Dylan the check mark with a pair of queens.
Yeah, it's tough. This one doesn't really. It really just goes hand versus hand.
I owe you some money, don't I?
Oh. Sweet. Corey, do you want Dairy Queen?
No thanks.
He's on a diet.
Tried to be.
That's so nice. Thank you.
He's on a diet.
They called there with the 2. No, Dylan called with the queen. Okay, Jose had let out the 2.
Dylan's up at 1400 again. V Pip. Jose's leading it up. Voluntarily put in pot is what that stands for. Kobe's only been here for 3 hands, and he's put it in 1 time with the ace queen preflop. So he's sitting at 33%. Who's this? Who's this?
That's I believe that's still Kobe. I think
He switched seats.
he switched seats. Yeah, he just
Okay.
slid over.
I don't know if I'd want that seat after flopping it straight.
Yeah, seeing that wheel get ran down.
Basil looks like he's got his corsage on his tuxedo now on the left pocket.
That's awesome.
Action first under the gun on Mr. Tim with King of Spades, 5 of hearts. He says not today. Jeremy calls with 8. Jacob calls with 9 too. Did you hear my question mark at the end of that?
Yeah. This might be one of those hands like the one Braxton played on the stream in the main in
Yes.
Houston where it like misread.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's got to be misread. He calls a $13 raise.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Jacob doing this. Maybe it
It is a
must have been
9-2. I guarantee you it's 9-2.
I don't know. It's just just knowing him, I don't think this is a 9-2. It's like the one time everybody's like, Braxton, what are you doing? He's like, I had 9s, okay? I had 9s. Not 9
I
deuce.
think he was lying too.
Hey,
That's
only,
a good spot to lie.
Only he knows, but actually both hands made sense, right? Because the he
Yeah.
flopped. There was a 2 on the flop, right? So
Yep.
it's kind of like
Look
either
at
he had
this.
9-2.
He's in the lead right now. Oh no, Dylan's in the lead with Jack's full. Never mind. Ooh, that's a tough board to even bet because the aces.
Yeah, because you like never get called.
Come on, Jose.
You still got to bet though.
Checks around, and one of the smallest pots of the night is one with Jacks full of aces.
Can never be too careful, Dylan.
Right. Dylan is in the
He's up to
lead.
1,500, so he's doing a lot of things
Isn't
right.
that crazy how earlier 900 was 20% of the chips?
Right.
How
Yeah.
how times have changed. Straddle for 6. 6 to play.
It definitely here I think I see that more than a lot of places that people constantly add on,
Mm-hmm.
and so it makes the game just compound on itself. A lot of places people buy in and
They
run
wait till
debt.
they're bust.
They bust and then they rebuy, which can't say that's a bad strategy,
No.
but definitely here you see a lot of people constantly topping up, and so
Especially like Dante. Anytime he loses a hand or somebody wins a big one, he maxes.
I actually learned that from him. That's why I do that. Because it makes a lot of sense. Because he's like, okay, if I keep $1,000 in my stack, and I double up through this guy that has 3,500, this version of me has 2,000. Versus if I came up to 2,100, this version of me has 4,200, right? So it's like,
That
he
makes
just
a lot
kind
of
of looks
sense.
at. He's just kind of looking at like, okay, if I'm gonna be playing anyway, if I'm gonna double up, I want to get max value.
Absolutely. I like the 4-3. I think
You
it's
got
gonna
2
win.
4-3s.
I think it's gonna win.
It has a good opportunity.
Basil, action on Basil. He makes the call from the small blind. Come on, have 9-8 also.
See what Jacob does from the straddle here. He says he's gonna raise.
Ooh, look at Tim. Tim's waking. Oh,
Oh,
my
wow.
gosh, Jacob's got a hand.
Yeah, he wakes up with ace queen in the straddle. It's always a good spot
I love the $31 bet.
because people call real light when you straddle. You know, if when you do wake up with a hand. You know, we don't see that as much here. A lot of places you play, if there's a straddler, they'll defend. They'll like go crazy with it. Here, you don't see it as much.
They'll let it go.
Yeah, it's just making the game bigger. But a lot of places I see people just like.
It's like
making
defending
it.
their big blind.
Yeah, exactly.
Times 4.
Yeah.
Flop comes
Oh,
out ace.
Ace queen 8.
Oh, I thought that was ace queen 5. I was like, we got fireworks.
This is such a good flop for Jacob, but it's almost bad because nobody can ever have anything, right?
No.
So
If anybody has anything, you're going to be losing because they're going to have pocket 8s.
pocket 8s or, I mean, 10 jacks a hand. Oh, Tim doesn't believe him. He's grabbing chips. He's gonna look him up with 5s. Keep him honest. Close.
Yeah, close. My gosh.
That's what Tim was thinking. He's like, that's pretty close.
Oh, that was just as close. Mathematically, just as close.
He's probably gonna take a stab here. He does. He bets 60.
Hearts got there too.
And hearts get there, so it's tough for Jacob to raise now.
5-7 is not an option, especially on the flop. Somebody playing 5-7. And I think Jacob just called.
Yeah, he just calls. I mean, at that
Oh
point.
no! What the heck?
Oh, he did raise. He did raise. Okay.
Oh. And sitting in the booth, we can see their cards and we know what they should be doing, but they do what they choose to.
Right.
Just like 3 6s left in the deck and one of them hitting to peg the big straight, we are wrong just as often as that call was.
Yeah.
Not saying that call was wrong, or am I?
I mean,
He was in it to win it.
yeah. I mean, he checked. He gave him a free card on the turn. I guess he was trapping. He was kind of let. He did make $60 extra by checking there, right? Let Tim put some money in the pot.
Because if he didn't have.
If
a
he
chance
bets
to
a
do
turn,
that, it's folded.
I probably like a bet on the turn though, especially when the hearts come in. Like say 10 Jack, 10 9, King 10, all those combos are out there, or other aces. But he won a nice pot. He's up to almost 1,000. Jacob's almost up to 1,000, so we should have 4 players right now above 1,000.
King Jack 6. King 5. Queen 5 is in the lead. King on the turn.
The Queen 5 high is still holding strong.
Now we're
Or now
at
we're
chop
chopping.
possibilities.
First to bet.
You can't feel very good about the Queen 5 though, can you? Because you're not thinking that your Queen's the only card playing.
Right. Yeah, Jacob's gonna bet and take it down.
Chip count 1.4, 1.3, 1.0, 916, 791, 685, and 373 at Tim. $373, and he's got 111 big blinds.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like he's like the small stack was still like over 100 big blinds. So
I like deep games.
yeah, for sure. There's a lot more play. It's different, you know.
I like the 5. We have a version of that we run every once in a while here called 5 on the button uncapped. And the last time that we ran it, we had like 6 people buying for $6,000.
Wow.
And it was just a crazy game.
I bet. I need to be invited to this game.
Mr. Kobe looks like he just purchased one of the new merchandise we have in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have new Kojaks hats. They don't ever last long, but probably because the bald guys like myself buy them all. But we do have, I think, 6 new versions of the Kojaks hats in. We got a player coming? We got a player coming?
Do we?
We got a player coming. I love it when a new player walks to the table. All the players kind of look at them and they look up and then they look at their chip stacks. They just see who it is and then they look at their chip stacks. Basil saying, "Dog, you can't come in with that." Table captain Basil.
Maybe I guess we're changing dealers right now.
Yes, that's what they're doing.
Mr. Vaughn coming back in. Just missed it.
Oh,
By a split second.
Is that Sergio again?
No.
Let's see who it is. What's going on, Luhu?
No more Chick-fil-A sauce.
Who is that set in seat 1?
Oh, I could have told you.
Joe Bustamante.
Yes.
Welcome to the table, Joe. When he turned his hat backwards, I saw who it was. There's some big stacks over there on that 1-3 game.
Yeah, that table's getting crazy.
Did you deal that 6 on the river? You can always leave it up to the crusher to put one of the 3.
Jeremy went all in and lost.
No, he won. He hit the 6 on the river for the 8 high straight when Michael locked, pushed with a wheel.
No,
Ooh, this could be a bad one.
that was not me.
Let the flop come queen, jack, deuce. Everybody got a piece?
Jacob raised the button here? No, Jose raised. Jacob called the button.
All spades. Who's got the spade? The 4 of spades is in the drawing lead.
That's crazy.
And Jacob knows it. I'm just kidding. Joe's sitting with... That's twice we've seen a big hand with seat 1 when they sit down. Kobe sat down with ace queen,
Oh yeah, he did get
and then he sat down with ace,
ace
jack.
jack. Yeah.
You were really quiet.
Oh no, we've been pretty
I gotta
loud.
cover my chewing noises while I'm sitting back there eating.
So that smacking you here is Miss Lindsay over here chomping down her Chick-fil-A break. Coming in here to watch some action. Mr. Jeremy's back at the table. We've got $143 in the pot with Jack 4 versus Ace Jack.
Looks like Joe's gonna take it down.
Yep, check. $143 shipping over towards Joe.
Pretty nice first hand.
Yeah, welcome to the table, Joe. Chip count. Joe's sitting close to the bottom. He just came in. It looks like he came in with a 400, and he got $103 profit. Nothing compared to Mr. Dylan's run hot tonight. That guy is, if he's got 2 cards, just go ahead and fold them because he's going to hit them.
I pushed in pot after pot while I was over there.
However, he's been mighty quiet.
Yeah, he's been kind of quiet lately. He hadn't had much. the
Not
last,
quiet in the sense of talking,
I'm
but
like, yeah, no.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes he's been uneventful.
so here we go. Dylan under the gun. Not at the table. It's probably why he has been so quiet the last 10 hands or so.
Right. It's
Alright,
tough.
you just stepped on fire.
Tough to be in a pot if you're not there.
Yep. All right. Off to the races. We've got about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Basil will be raising probably to $13.
Well, he's raised ace queen, ace king, and now ace queen
Oh.
today.
He's raised to 20. So his pre-flop aggression goes up by 0.2. Tim's going to make the call with 6s. Jacob makes a call with a hand that we like, 7-4. That is Clyde's favorite hand. Jose makes a call with Jack 7 of clubs. And we're going to back it up. And it's going to be the same result here in a second.
What is Jose in there with? Jack 7?
Jack 7 of
Jack 7
clubs.
of clubs? Okay. I'm going to just guess that 6.
Oh, Joe's got pocket 10s.
Joe's
That's
got
why they had to
10s.
back it up. Oh my gosh. Jose continues his run. Good. Joe's got the gut shot to the jack high straight. Basil's got a lot of trouble. And by the way his mouth's open right now, I think he knows it.
Those two said no, huh?
Joe's going to lead out.
Joe
with
leads
10.
out.
Yeah.
And I think Jeremy raises with the 9-3.
Welcome
gut
back,
shot.
Carter.
What?
There's an old saying. Welcome back, Carter.
Oh. Oh, wait.
Oh, look at this. Re-raise.
Jose's all in with 2 pair here.
$731. And he's going to take it down. I mean,
He's
nobody
going to
can
take it
call
down. I don't know that I like this shove though.
Oh, no, just 160. 3 bet
Oh,
to
okay.
160.
Okay, yeah, 160 is a good bet.
Miss
I say I don't like going all in there because like you only ever get called if you're way behind. And Jeremy's like, I was just kidding.
See, there's that tournament I was talking about. You have one take back.
Mulligan?
Yeah, one mulligan.
One mulligan per day or per tournament.
Mm-hmm.
How much money we could all have if we had a mulligan?
Oh,
every
just
session.
one mulligan.
One mulligan every session.
Yes. And think of how strong that would be in a tournament.
Right.
Because cash games, you just rebuy. Tournament, you're done.
You're done. You're out. Yeah. Then nobody would ever get any chips though.
Right.
I don't really know what Jeremy's thinking about here. Maybe he's just posturing. No, he is going to call. Wow. Well, there's one.
He's looking for some of that
There
six.
is two. I guess yeah. Joe folded 2 10s, so he did. Or maybe he's raising. Oh wow, he's raising here. Wow, what a strong play by Jeremy. And I don't know how.
He's saying I have 9-10 is what he's
Yeah.
telling Jeremy or Jose.
I honestly don't know how Jose calls. I mean, his hand looks pretty strong, especially we can see his cards, but you're almost always against 9-10 or Jack 8 or
Or
set of
set.
8s.
Yeah,
set of
set.
8s makes a lot of sense. And he's gonna be.
I would say he's gonna fold it, but as soon as I say that, he's gonna call.
It looks like he's folding.
Yeah, he folded.
Wow, what a good play.
Show him, show him, show him.
Show it one time. Good
Oh,
for the
he
game.
shows it. Oh, he shows
Oh
it.
man, that's a really strong play. There was a bet,
A raise, a
3
re-raise,
bet on the
yeah.
flop, and then he 4 bets it.
So one of these days we have to get the sound booth in here so we can do the ESPN play of the day.
Right.
Da 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 da.
That would have been it right there.
That's the play of the session.
I was thinking Jeremy's for sure not calling here, right?
As
And
soon
I
as
thought
you
I saw
say
him
it-
call, and then I saw him stacking.
You
more
saw
chips.
more chips going
I
in
was
the
like,
pot.
oh, wow.
I like how he's still sitting in the massage chair.
Right.
And a lot of people think the massage chair is a good luck chair.
Really.
Yes.
I've only ever got one. I wasn't a fan. So, not while playing poker. I don't think it's distracting.
Also, I hate to admit it, but I lied to you. He really is out of town.
Basil, who's out of white chips. Oh, Jeremy could be in some trouble here to Jose if the flop comes out hearts.
And Jacob's in there with the 9-3. I'm gonna give him some. I'm gonna give him a hard time later about these 9-3s and 9-2s.
Yes. So who raised it? Tim? Or he called
I
it?
think Jose raised it there with the suited ace. He got blown up at the last pot. He's gonna
Yeah,
he's gonna build a
he's-
pot, try to get this one
Look, he's steaming just a hair.
just a little bit. He's actually got the best hand by far. He's really got the only playable hand. Oh, the queen 8 gets there for sure.
One heart, so it could be backdooring it, but the queen 8 says, I got 2 pair. Here's $20. Come and chase me. And Jose says, okay. That's a steaming call.
It is a steam call. He has now he has
Up and down. I mean, he's got a gut shot and the
a
flush
gut
draw.
shot and that flush draw.
8 outs.
I like that Tim's continuing to bet, building a pot for himself. You don't let everybody get there for free.
And, 22% of the time he's going to lose, 78% of the time he's going to win. That's exactly it. And this is one of the times he wins.
Maybe.
And Jacob
Jose's
would
been
have
pretty aggressive. He may try to.
Jacob would
represent
have won the
a nine.
hand.
He would have won with a 9-3, yeah. Well, he won last time with 9 deuce, right? So.
Tim pulls it in, 2 pairs stays in there, and he managed to take a pot that had very little in it and turn it into $234.
Right.
That's what you want to do. You
Part
want
of
to maximize.
part of betting your own hand, yeah. You get too trappy, then you never win as much as you should.
Oh, I moved. I can't either.
Updated chip count.
Jeremy's in the lead.
Jeremy's up.
He should be down only like
he's
700.
climbing closer to being even. He's only down $500
So
right
he's got to
now.
get
So
to 21.
We gotta get to 21.
21 is
so.
the magic number.
While I was sitting there, he apologized too. He's like, I don't know what I did to you, but here's $5. Like, I apologize. Are we good now?
It's funny, poker players, when they think that the poker gods are against them, they're like, I'm sorry for upsetting you.
I don't know what I did, but here, like, can we be good?
Dear Lord, baby Jesus, put a king on the river one time.
Although the next hand after he apologized, he got pocket aces, so.
And he didn't get paid off.
Yeah, no, I don't know how.
Oh,
He said thank you, though. He was like, you know what?
he should have got paid off on that.
Yeah,
He
Thomas
didn't.
had king, queen of diamonds at hand, so.
Jeremy, King 5, gonna be playing it.
It's looking like $15 at least, right?
Yeah,
Oh no, he just called
just the
the
6,
straddle.
the straddle. Jose calls with the Choctaw Nuts. Kobe's gonna raise. No, he calls. Come on, let's get a raise. Basil.
He's got my favorite
Basil.
hand.
Basil folded pocket 7s. Basil folded pocket 7s.
Yeah.
Which is a smart thing to do since the Choctaw Nuts hits it. He is a psychic.
he
and
just knew the Jack Deuce was coming.
he
He'd be dead on the
knew
flop.
the Choctaw Nuts was
Yeah.
going to get there.
Why waste the extra $3?
Oh my gosh. He folded pocket 7s.
Wow.
He must have not saw him.
I guess we'll give him that benefit of the doubt.
Right? Oh, lordy. Jeremy's going to bet Jose's hand for him, or Kobe's going to bet Jose's hands for him. Let the club get there and let someone try to represent it.
If a club comes, it's gonna be really bad for Jeremy.
Oh, I didn't even see Jeremy had clubs.
Yeah, he has king high clubs. Okay, we're probably not gonna see much action unless
Jeremy's going to bet 100.
Jeremy might be. It looks like he's at a creative,
Oh, no.
a check raise state. No. But Kobe can't win if he checks. He bets 125.
That was a great check by Jose.
It really was.
That was a great check by Jose.
Because he's
wanting
thinking
Jeremy to
that
re-raise.
he's thinking that Kobe has an ace here.
All in. He shows it. That's the first one he's shown tonight. When he didn't have to.
Yeah, that's true.
He says, I tricked you.
Pretty nice flop a boat and have people betting your hand for you.
Yes. Jeremy bet at one street. Kobe bet at the other 2 streets. Why not?
Yep. Yeah, he played that hand really well. Wins a pretty big pot.
It says Jeremy's all in. Got to back that up and fix that animation.
Okay, there it goes.
Yeah, I was going to say we got to back that up and fix that animation. Otherwise, the chip stacks are going to be wicked wrong.
It kind of looked like, I think if Kobe would have bet smaller, it seemed like Jeremy had
Plans.
evil plans.
You said that a while ago, and sure enough, here it came. It happened. It's all fun and games when you flop a set. You smile just like that. There, it looks like Daryl's pointing and saying, "This guy." Daryl's picture. This guy.
Oh, yeah, exactly. What is it with the whole one thing? I never understood it.
Number 1.
Number one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what movie I watched today? The Negotiator. I hadn't seen that in a long time.
Guess I don't know this one.
Samuel L. Jackson. He's a police officer, and he's the hostage negotiator. It's really good. It's on Stars on Demand.
Okay.
It's worth a watch. It's actually really good.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't make too many bad movies, so.
No. I want Morgan Freeman to commentate my life.
That'd be
Yes.
pretty cool, huh?
Just his voice he uses, just that deep little subtle. I can't do it, but that's how he does it. Lindsay, give me your Morgan Freeman.
No, see, I'm too redneck for that.
Come on, give me your Morgan Freeman.
No.
You're in here. You got to do it.
No, because they're gonna make fun of me. I don't ever.
That's the whole point. Let people make fun of you.
Everybody makes fun of me. I don't need one more thing for them to make fun of. Like,
Flop comes out 9, 7, 6 of clubs, and by the looks of it, nobody's got a club, and Jeremy takes it down like he's got 7 in his hand.
Well, we probably got 2 or 3 more hands.
Miss Lindsay's about to go let him know that we got about 3 more hands.
she's moving.
Yep, she's getting up as we speak.
Everything's gonna fall.
All right, this is how you tell when a 26-year-old's getting old, 23-year-old's getting old.
I need input that time. Nope. Oh, my toe popped, damn.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
dang.
Hey, just so you know, we've got it closed captioned so it spells everything out. So you can't cover up when you say a cuss word because it
Right.
spells it out for the
I was
hearing
talking
impaired.
about the water.
Oh, it's just gonna misspell it D-A-M-N?
Yeah. That's how you always spell it, isn't it?
No, a dam is D-A-M.
No.
Yes.
Now,
How
you're,
did I not get written up in high school?
you're asking what they're gonna be making fun of. They're gonna be making fun of that.
I can't-
Ladies and gentlemen,
Everybody knows I can't spell. Hold
Miss
on.
Lindsay thought you spelt a water dam D-A-M-N. So if you see, and she's over here. Do you know how long I've been? Oh my gosh. So if
They're
you
spelled
see her,
the same.
if you see her in the next few weeks, just smile at her and say, "Bless your heart."
Baylor flops a big hand here.
Can't believe that.
Karen Flushdraw.
Darn.
Uh-oh.
I'll
Oh,
just stand on the corner.
sweet little souls. She's standing in the corner.
Okay.
Turn card comes 9. River card comes Queen of Diamonds.
I apologize for everybody who heard that.
I don't know what Jeremy has.
He didn't have much.
Oh, he does River the Queen.
Ooh.
He tried to get tricky and check it, but he'll take down a pot, $120 pot.
It's over. Lindsay's walking out of there. Thank you, Miss Lou.
Yeah, bye.
She thought it was the same. I love it.
Whoops.
Chip counts. Jeremy's creeping up. He's only $400 from breaking even. That's a big stance in a 1-3 game.
Yeah, especially
Being stuck 1,500.
Right. Yeah. Even if he were to end the game right now, he'd probably feel like he won. Sometimes those are good things. To lose less feels sometimes just as good as winning a lot.
Yeah, and he did have a good week last week, winning what, 8K?
I don't know. I wasn't here for that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I was out of town.
Yeah, he had a beautiful week last week. Week where the cards just went. If he needed a 6 to hit, 6 hit. The way it looks like it's
apparently
carrying over.
He carried the 6 over to the day for sure. So
Dylan's back at the table. I think he's going to raise this hand.
we're gonna see a bunch of
Oh, he's going
non-folding,
to raise his hand.
non-folding with the last few hand
Raised to
being thrown
25.
out.
Basil, not only did he fold 7s last hand, he folded 87 this hand. Jose makes the call to keep him honest. Heads up, going to the flop. $51 in the pot. Flop comes out. 2 hearts, ace, king, 6.
2 hearts, action flop. So we've seen Jose lead out with second pair a lot. Now he's going to lead out with his flush draw. He bets $30 into 80. Dylan's just going to call. Now Jose picks up a gut shot with his flush draw, so he's going to keep betting. Maybe he should have bet a little bit more. Maybe he bets 30. River's a queen, so he bricks out. Let's see if he puts in a bet. No, he's going to slow down. Dylan's going to win it with an ace and jack.
All right, all right, all right. Speaking of those chips that Dylan has, it looks like he's building quite a big dam in front of him. By the way, that's spelled D-A-M for those who don't know. And if you can't tell, the crusher's back in the cage. I mean, back in the... I guess we can call this a cage for the next 5 minutes until she has to push.
I have 5 minutes, so I'm scarfing down my ice cream. It's not going well. Also,
Dylan's saying, hey, don't forget about me. He's one of the good guys, always smiling out there.
Forgot to put my name in the list already.
Uh-oh, you better put it quick. We'll make sure you have a seat. Oh, and they're running. You may not.
They don't.
Jeremy's got some towers of light. Look at that.
Yeah.
And just like that, that brings us to the close of Kojak's live. We're on the last hand of the night. Flop comes out. Jack, Jack 6. Jacob is in second place. Joe is in first place. We've got the backdoor heart for Jose as everybody starts racking up their chips. It looks like they'll be heading over to the 5 on the button tables. And we are now heads up. That's a lot of outs to have.
Well, we're gonna see a big chop pot here probably.
Yeah, all in. Well, I don't see him going all in with
Well,
the jacks.
yeah, I mean they both have the bottom end, but now if Joe checks the river, Jacob might put in a pretty good bet.
That'd have been nasty if that would have been a 9.
No, they still would have chopped, right?
You said you didn't want anything, but they gave me a free Oreo.
Oh no, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Joe's gonna bet.
And Jacob's gonna call. Yeah, he says call, just flips over his cards.
But it was impossible.
And just like that, that brings us to the closeout. Mr. Corey Smith, C. Smith, thank you for helping us out. I appreciate you. As a reminder, 2:30 tomorrow, $260 gets you 50,000 chips if you're here before the first card is tossed. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have our August mini-series starting August the 9th, running through August the 15th. We've got 5 full events to fill your poker pleasures. And don't forget, a fish dam is spelled D-A-M. Have a good night from all of us here at Kojaks. We will see you next week.